Ooh, but I can't record.
It won't let you record?
Can't record.
What does it say?
Same error. It's fine. You're recording. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm done with this. We can figure the rest out after Mania.
All right. Do me a favor and talk at the veracity that you'd normally talk in.
I'm going to be talking like this and enjoying every second of this WrestleMania prediction video.
Okay, why can't I tune you down? Okay, hang on. Do it again for me.
Welcome everybody to Straight Shoot, a wrestling podcast. This is Steve and Mr. Tesh and Santi, and we are trying to troubleshoot all our issues before we start recording.
That's weird. For some reason, you're on my music knob instead of my chat knob on the...
Nice.
But still, it's all the same. Now, talk one more time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to open up a bunch of stuff so I can see what's going on.
That'll be perfect.
All right.
Podcast scene.
I'm just fixing the YouTube thing so we can make sure that we can get a little bit of monetization off of that.
Are you live right now?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm live right now. I even add a thumbnail, not doing that. Show more. Oh god. I just need a notepad to save all the hashtags that we use for YouTube. Chat, I see y'all going off. Santi and I are just getting everything set up for our live stream. We are going to be streaming our recordings for WrestleMania week, so feel free to hang out, throw in some suggestions on what we should do. We'll be doing our prediction videos. I see the Homo sapiens in here. Hello everybody. I see you guys spamming the Santi's lovely Santi.
How funny is that emote?
Dude, I'm literally putting it on a t-shirt before I go down to Miami.
No, dude. I'm shocked that Twitch allowed me to put it on.
Dude, they let me put up the WWE title.
Oh, that's true.
They let me put the WWE title, yeah.
Okay.
So, oh god. When is WrestleMania? Really? That is one of the weirdest questions I've ever heard. Oh my god. Dude, I'm not going to be able to keep a straight face.
I'm just opening up everything here on my end.
All right, guys. Yeah, so everyone that is in the Xbox, or sorry, I'm reading Xbox. Everyone that's in the Twitch and YouTube chats right now, Santi is just getting himself set up. So yes, he will be live on his Twitch. We are recording everything for WrestleMania week. So predictions videos, some small little short videos for content. We're also going to be posting the full Chris Van Vliet episode on YouTube this week. We are announcing a new content creator that is joining Straight Shoot and a whole other lot of wacka stuff. So it's a big week for us, guys. Like, it is a huge week for us.
Just a quick thing. People in my chat, can you guys hear Steve?
Yeah, I hope I'm not coming through echoey. And guys, guys on my chat, can you guys hear Santi?
All right. Is he coming through at a good volume for you?
Perfect. Portray.
Guys, the Omas emote is not an answer. You can't use the Omas emote to answer yes.
Santi, are you recording this?
Not yet.
No. Oh, dude, you need to be recording. This is all content gold, bro.
All right.
Oh god, guys, if you are on TikTok, please feel free to join the link, either Santi's link or my link. They're both, I believe, somewhere in our link tree. I'm not too sure whose link is up on the profile right now. Could be mine, could be yours, I'm not too sure. But yeah, everybody can hear Santi. Guys, we're going to do a bunch of recordings today. So it's going to be great. I'm excited. Is everybody excited for WrestleMania? If you are, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Spam the Omas emoji.
Wait, hang on. Oh, hang on. I thought I had my my stream deck open. All right. You shouldn't be able to hear me when I talk here. Can you hear me, Steve?
I can still hear you, sir.
Oh, why isn't that working? Oh, whatever. I'll just deafen manually. Give me a second.
All good. All right. So while Santi's doing that, I'm pretty sure you guys can still hear me. So guys, aren't you streaming on YouTube right now? I am streaming on YouTube right now. I am also streaming on Twitch. I'm also streaming on Twitter. If you guys haven't followed our Twitter is they're on Twitch as well. I think WrestleMania is going to be fantastic. Wheezy, I see you in the chat. What's going on, girl? DeMarco, right. Are you in the... I don't know whose chat he's in, but I'm going to get them all over to the Straight Shoot Twitter just because we need followers over there. So, guys... Straight Shoot Twitter, go follow us. Straight Shoot at Straight Shoot PC. Guys in Santi's chat, do it too.
I'm just realizing that I don't think that TikTok can hear you at the moment. Audio.
Your TikTok?
Yeah, I don't think your audio is coming through there yet.
Oh, all right. What do you guys do? We do a lot of things. I think between Santi and I, we do almost too much. Yeah, hold on. Let's just do this because I'm on restream. Guys, we'll be getting started in a couple of seconds. Let's just get all these technical issues.
We're just tidying up some technical things. Package, thank you for the 50 bits. I've turned off text to speech, by the way, so just for obviously for podcast recordings, I can't have you guys going
yeah. And guys, I have all my sound alerts turned off as well. Feel free still to follow. I am giving away the Xbox for anyone who does follow me on Twitch. Sorry, Santi, I didn't mean to plug it on yours, man. But yeah, 10K. We'll see what happens.
All right, hang on. Output. Can you talk?
Yeah, buddy. Let's get this going.
All right, everybody. They should all hear you now. All right. Sweet. Sweet. Caroline, let's go. TikTok, can you guys hear Steve? Can I just get a confirmation from you guys over there?
Can y'all hear me, or what's going on? We're going to be doing our... to answer the question right here. What are you guys doing in this podcast? We are going to be doing our WrestleMania predictions. We are going to be doing some other types of videos for YouTube and just having a good time about it.
Yes, sir. I mean, I just tweeted out exactly what our topics for tonight are. So our topics for tonight's episode are going to be... Maybe I didn't tweet it out. I think
you did tweet it. You did tweet it.
Okay. Our topics for tonight's episode are the WrestleMania 39 predictions. The topic of what happens if Roman Reigns wins.
Greatness.
The greatest WrestleMania performers, best celebrity performances, and we're going to talk about WrestleMania 39 snubs overall. Those are all be different conversations that we'll have. The WrestleMania predictions alone is going to take a hot minute because there are so many matches. Actually, that reminds me, let me actually pull up the WrestleMania card.
That would be a great idea.
All right.
Are you going on Wikipedia to get that?
Yep. I'm on my way.
Bleacher Report. God. Chat, we're not ignoring you. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be... We're going to be here a while.
Yeah, it's not... We don't go live too often, so... All right, I think we could probably get this party going.
One last thing, let me just grab an energy drink because I'm actually exhausted already.
Sounds good.
All right. Here we go. All right. Ready? Oh. He's jumped off. It's all good. Why is Steve not talking about the YouTube live chat? I am talking about the YouTube live chat. We just have a bunch of chats going, and Santi and I are cross recording our platforms. There is plenty more Guess the Wrestler on its way. Don't you stress about it, Jive. You think that's Stone Cold? I think there will be definitely some form of WrestleMania moment for LA Knight. I'm not saying it's going to be Stone Cold. Santi can't see that chat. His camera quality is coming through because it's my system. His camera is actually like 1080p, so his camera is actually fantastic.
All right. I think we're ready to get this party going.
Well, let's go.
All right, let me...
Are you recording?
I'm going to stop recording. I was already recording, but now let me restart recording. All right, I've got my Mania match card here. All right. Cool, let's get started.
All right.
Welcome, everybody, to the Straight Shooter Wrestling Podcast. I'm one half of your host, Santi. Steve, how are you?
Not too bad, buddy. We've got hundreds of people watching us live across all of our platforms. For what we do, I think is kind of unique, man, that we live stream these full recordings for everyone who's really into Straight Shoot to get like the full, behind the scenes aspect of everything. So this is a unique one because, Santi, we are officially at the end of the road. The exits is 2 exits away to the road to WrestleMania. Dude, are you excited?
Dude, I'm pumped. On paper, in my lifetime, I haven't seen, and when I say my lifetime as a wrestling fan, like what I've been watching of wrestling, on paper, this is the best WrestleMania card I've ever seen. On paper. Purely on paper. We have seen great WrestleMania cards go complete to shit, and then we've seen terrible WrestleMania cards like WrestleMania 31 turn into absolute beautiful diamonds that are going to be talked about for the next 20 plus years. So again, when I talk about things on paper, I want people to take what I say with not just a grain of salt, but an entire truckload of salt. But today's episode, we are going to be giving you folks our predictions on the entire WrestleMania 39 card taking place in the stadium of my hometown favorite NFL team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Go Bolts, in SoFi Stadium out of Los Angeles, California. Steve, WrestleMania Goes Hollywood. And before we start with the matches, initial thoughts of The Miz being our host of WrestleMania this year?
Dude, you already know my thoughts on this. I cannot stand that The Miz is the host because we're going to get like 3 or 4 segments of this man. It's going to be annoying, but I have a feeling
and they're all going to be gold.
Yes, but I have a feeling there is a stunner in his future, or 3. I have a feeling that we could get a choke slam. I think The Miz is going to get the absolute garbage beat out of him at WrestleMania. So I think that's the only reason I'm looking forward to The Miz being the host of WrestleMania.
I mean, you must just not live a very fun life, man. The Miz is amazing. And everybody should be happy that The Miz is hosting WrestleMania. I will not take any Miz slander on this live recording, okay?
You do know who your partner in this is, right?
Yeah. All right, let's get this going here because we've got a long match card to go through. And let's just start off with how the night is going to be starting. We're going to be starting off with the United States Championship match. Austin Theory coming in as the champion versus John Cena, the legend, returning from a short hiatus. You know my answer. I mean, I'm already kind of wearing the gear.
Yeah.
We'll dive into my answer here in just a second. But when you see Austin Theory versus Cena, what are your thoughts on the build initially, and who do you think is winning this?
Like you and I talked about this last time, Austin Theory really had to do a lot to build this. Like, obviously Cena buried him in that promo. And now we had the Thunderdome promo recently on Raw. Theory has done okay. I don't think it's been good enough for the caliber of what this match is going to be. Because this is, like we said, this is Austin Theory's coming out party. He's been told to put his big boy pants on, and I think he got one leg in, then he forgot how to do a zipper maybe. But like, it's just not enough for me. So the match needs to deliver for me. 100%. This match needs to deliver. So I'm not feeling it. So the fact that it's opening up night one, there is so much pressure on Theory, and I don't know if he's feeling it, but I'm not feeling his promos.
I think he's fumbled it.
Yep.
You and I talked about this, that Theory has been given the easiest home run in his life to be able to hype up this match and create excitement, because I called it, and so did you, that Cena was not going to be there on a weekly basis for him to be able to bounce off of. It was just going to be himself and that's it. Like, that's all he had. And I just don't think that he did enough to get us excited about this match. Even his empty arena promo, it was good, but I think it was just a little too late, frankly, because it's a week before WrestleMania. And on top of that, like the previous matches before that, he was just getting clowned on by the Street Profits in backstage segments. What I was hoping for was to get this very serious Austin Theory that was going to take what Cena said to heart and realize that, yeah, he is the one that has everything to lose. And unfortunately, in his promos, I'm not feeling that Theory believes that he has everything to lose, but really he genuinely does. And because he hasn't done a great job of building this feud up with John Cena's absence, the only thing that it can really deliver is in the ring. And I'm concerned that it won't deliver in the ring because John Cena hasn't wrestled regularly for years.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, Santi. I don't know if you've been watching WWE Legends on A&E, the stuff that we helped talk about earlier this month. But there was a similar aspect to Roman Reigns when he was put in the position with Brock Lesnar. He really didn't know who he was, but he knew the business wanted to put their name behind, put the brand behind Roman and make him the big dog. This was obviously pre-pandemic. I have a feeling this is the similar thing, that Austin Theory still doesn't really know who he is. He doesn't. He's trying. He got rid of the selfie stick and he's got this more badass, angry persona, but I still don't think Austin Theory really believes he is who he is. And I think this is another reason he has really dropped the ball with this build.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's kind of wild to think that, Cena was there for 10% of the build, and he's generated 100% of the excitement for this match.
Agreed.
That's not good.
No,
that is not good at all. Look at the inverse of what was last year, right? Kevin Owens being asked to build a match on his own without the presence of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he got us hyped for what we didn't know for sure was even a match. It was just going to be a talk show segment.
Yep.
That, I think, shows the caliber of WWE superstar that Kevin Owens is versus somebody who might still be a little bit too green in Austin Theory. But that being said, Steve, who do you have winning this?
I'm still at a coin flip on this. I think I'm going to push towards John Cena, because I think John Cena, I don't believe Triple H does anything without a contingency plan. Circa
a plan B.
A plan B. I didn't even mean to go down that route. But dude, this is where I'm going with this. I don't think Triple H does anything without a contingency plan. Theory has not done enough to go over on John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I think the contingency plan is obviously an open challenge Monday night after Raw with either a return, a call-up, or a debut. So I'm just going to say John Cena with the W. What about you?
I've got John Cena winning this as well, but I've got two concerns that I want to throw your way. Maybe not necessarily concerns, just more so scenarios. And it comes from the question of why is this kicking off WrestleMania? And I can think of two things. One, this match is kicking off WrestleMania because John Cena is going to win, and they want to start off the crowd hot with a big nostalgic win. The guy that is going to generate a pop and create excitement for the rest of the show.
Yep.
Or John Cena is so goddamn busy that he needs to get the fuck out of Los Angeles to film his next movie or next TV show, and he's not going to be around for Raw after Mania. So he's going to lose so that he can get out. I'm choosing to believe that it's the first one that I said, that they just want to start off the crowd hot. Yeah. So I am going to say that John Cena is winning this match. So
perfect.
Let's anything else is there? Can we move on here?
No, we could. I think we can move on this one. I think we beat that one to death.
All right. Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul in a singles match. Just I guess as a quick prelude into this, this feud has been more or less one-sided by Logan Paul getting a couple of knockouts on Seth freaking Rollins. Is this going to continue into WrestleMania, or will Seth Rollins get that W?
Santi, hands down, there is no way Logan Paul wins. It is Seth Rollins, hands down. You want to start the crowd off hot and let Cena win, and then have, if it say Seth and Logan goes next or somewhere mid card, I feel bad for anyone that goes after Seth and Logan if Logan wins. It'll kill the crowd. The crowd will genuinely go flat. Remember Roman Reigns winning the Rumble and how pissed they were. It's not good heat. It's go away heat. You and I have had this discussion time and time again. It's not good heat if Logan wins. It's go away heat, because genuinely he is an outsider, and we can talk about performers and all that kind of stuff in another video, or from like celebrity performances. But I truly believe Logan Paul wins. It's go away heat, and it will kill the entire crowd, because you watched Monday Night Raw the other night. The crowd was so alive for Rollins, and he's one of the only 3 in the company right now that gets that big of a reaction. Seth loses. Oh man, I would hate to be in LA.
Yeah. I've got Seth Rollins winning this one too. For as much positive that I talk about Logan Paul, I would say that I'm probably one of the ones beating the drum the loudest in terms of Logan Paul being a good addition to the WWE. I do think that Seth Rollins is winning this one because as much as I have no problems with outsiders holding prominent spots in the card, I have a problem with an outsider beating beating the hottest face in the company at the moment. I think he's hotter than Cody and hotter than Sami Zayn at the moment. Just
100%.
Those crowd reactions, I just don't see it. I don't see how they can justify a Logan Paul win here. That being said, I think this match is going to be phenomenal.
Oh, it's going to be an absolute banger, and Logan's gonna have some real late 2.5 to 2 3/4 kickouts, and we're gonna see something supernatural like he pulled off with Roman at SummerSlam there, or no, in Saudi Arabia, sorry. But it can't be Logan. Santi, I think I will say this: if there is any guarantee of any match that we have at Mania, it's a Seth Rollins win tonight or at Mania. That's for me.
I think we're 2 for 2. We've agreed on both of them. All right, next match: Trish Stratus, Lita, Becky Lynch versus Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky in a 6-woman tag match. I guess I'll go first on this one. I see Damage Control finally winning something. I see them finally winning, whether it's clean or whether it's with shenanigans. If it's with shenanigans, I see Trish Stratus turning. If it's clean, I see it causing a Trish Stratus turn. one or the other. There is no way that Trish Stratus doesn't come out of this with a feud with Becky Lynch going into SummerSlam with how close it is to Toronto.
Dude. Okay, so everybody, we are filming this live. So everybody that is watching, Santi and I have not discussed our predictions. He just took everything from me. I have nothing to say. Trish Stratus heel turn with a feud with Becky going into SummerSlam. Damage Control wins, and that's hands down it. I don't see this match going any other way. And I'm happy with a Trish Becky feud at SummerSlam. It takes a lot off Becky's plate for having to be virtually on every show. She can be still the road mom that she is. But this also, it could be a potentially great build. And we get Trish with another one of the 4 horsewomen, even though her retirement match was Charlotte. I'm okay with one more for Becky at SummerSlam. It's going to be great. So,
yeah, I guess what's interesting is like what happens to the titles in that scenario. Like, do they have a match Raw after Mania and lose to another? Who cares? Honestly, who the hell cares about the women's tag titles? WWE doesn't care, so why should we? Anyways, moving on. Brock Lesnar versus the Nigerian giant Omas. And for those that are not in our Twitch stream right now, our viewers have an Omas emote that I know is about to get spammed to Kingdom Come. Again, Brock Lesnar versus Omas. Steve, I'll let you start off with this one since I started the last one. Who do you got here?
Honestly, I think this was originally Santi gonna be just an easy Brock Lesnar win with like trying to make Omas go over, but I don't know if you've been watching social media over the last couple of days, but I don't think it's just your chat. I think like the internet in itself people are going over on Omas. People are really starting to feel his vibe. Maybe I'm biased because I'm seeing it with everything else, but I
call the Omas fans by their name.
The Homo sapiens.
There we go.
The Homo sapiens. Brock just signed a 1-year extension. He's going to be at WrestleMania in Philly. Brock Lesnar is not going to lose his final match in Philly. Omos is going to go over. Maybe with some shenanigans from the reuniting Hurt Business just to help. But I'm going to go with Omos.
Yeah, I'll keep it quick. I'm going with Omos as well. I think Brock, we can safely say, is at that point in his career where WWE is better off utilizing him and building other superstars. Although Omos looks like he could be 19 or 75. He is young. He's in his late 20s. So he's going to be in the company for a really, really long time. So I have Omos going over here again, whether it's with shenanigans or not. My question to you, Steve, is: do you believe the hype that this has potential to be the worst match in WrestleMania history?
No. Do you not remember Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez?
Well, I mean, this has a lot of parallels to it.
It does have a lot of parallels to it, but
that was a lot of parallels to it.
Here's the thing: the build to this match has been horrendous. Like with WWE having to edit. Especially,
yeah,
dude, like even last night or on Monday, it was worse. It was horrible. The build for this has been terrible. Brock has been made to look like Ricochet going up against Braun Strowman, which I cannot stand because we are talking about like Brock Lesnar. Like Omos is big, but Brock Lesnar could still eat him.
Yeah, I think. Like watching the go home episode of Monday Night Raw, there was a sequence where Brock Lesnar was running at full speed from the ropes, trying to tackle Omos. And I saw a glimpse of what could be a really fun car crash of a match at that moment. I was like, if this match is going to be Omos, lumbering and, chopping Lesnar and just like really just lame ass moves, could be the worst match in WrestleMania history.
Yep.
If we are going to see a potential car crash a la Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg at WrestleMania 30, whatever it was, where it was just 5 minutes of them going through barricades, hitting finishers on each other and going at full tilt, I'm in. I think it could be a fun 5-minute car wreck if they let Brock Lesnar just go at full speed like he was trying to knock down Omos. I think that could be a lot of fun. I don't buy the concept of this being potentially the worst WrestleMania match of all time. You can say, oh, well, Brock was already in one of the worst WrestleMania matches of all time versus Goldberg at WrestleMania 20, but that was just terrible booking. Like, you don't book two guys that are on their way out, right? You always book one guy who's on his way out versus a guy who's on his way up. Right, because then somebody cares, even though somebody doesn't. In that match, neither of them cared. In this match, Lesnar still has a year in his contract, so he's going to care. And Omos has everything to gain from this match. He is not a dumb man. I'm sure he understands that this is his make or break performance. So I'm gonna give Omos and Brock Lesnar the benefit of the doubt. Yep. Sure, I think there is a 5% chance that it could be the worst WrestleMania match of all time, but I think it also has an equal amount of chance, call it 5-10% chance of being a really fun car wreck that we're going to talk about the next night. So, yeah, going Omos.
Yeah, I still think we get a surprise of the Hurt Business returning with Omos being the head of it, which I'm not against.
I'm not against either. I'm not against that either. All right, let's move on to a match that has had no build. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I'll pick this one first. This is weird. If there was ever a credible WWE women's superstar to beat Bianca Belair, they've got it. It's Asuka coming back as this version of her, this Japanese, like true Japanese Asuka that was known over there for her Kana gimmick.
Yep.
But you wouldn't know it based on this build. Nope. Because they are tag teaming with each other whenever Bianca Belair is getting attacked by the likes of Chelsea Green and Carmella. Yep. Asuka's coming out to make the save. It's bizarre. Like it's a buildup that's almost just no buildup because they've created no friction between the two. It's bad.
Yeah. The only reason I'm going to talk to this match, Santi, is because of the credibility and the two people that are in this match. But this build is very New Japan. And I'm going to say this for a reason. New Japan feuds always seem to have a respectful, developed rivalry. Yes, we are both top of our game. We both are very good at what we do. We don't always have to genuinely hate each other. This is just going to be a match out of respect. Like, I don't see a heel in this match. I don't.
No, there isn't a heel in this match.
So, like I said, this is a very, very New Japan style build. I've hated it. The only thing that made this match really relevant were the two video packages that were made, last Monday Night Raw? And they had an Asuka build package and they had a Bianca build package. Early 2000s Ruthless Aggression era style, where they used to do the stuff for like Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar and that kind of thing, which I did enjoy that, but there's been nothing else. Like, really, there's been nothing else. This is actually the match, and it's not even because, and everybody in the chat can say whatever they want, this has nothing to do with my feeling on Bianca Belair. I just don't care. And this is a women's title.
Yeah, and I don't think it's that we don't, because I don't care either. And I don't think it's that we don't care about Bianca Belair. I also right now don't care about Asuka. Mm-hmm. And I really like Asuka. And that's the problem when, and maybe this is just a logistical problem of a face versus face feud. Yeah. It's tough to get on board with this. But they've just not created any friction between the two. And it isn't working for me in terms of like getting me excited because there's been such a lack of a story and lack of friction between the two. I just see no reason why the title should change hands here. So I'm going to keep it on Bianca Belair.
See, I'm going the other way around. I'm going Asuka win, but I'm going with Bianca heel turn.
I don't see that, dude. Yeah, if anything, I see an Asuka heel turn. But all right, we'll see how that goes. So we go from a match with no build, Steve, to a match with a terrible fucking build in Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I have a lot to say about this,
okay,
so I'm gonna let you get started here.
You can let me go first because I disagree. That the build for Rhea Charlotte has not been terrible. It's not been the best, but I have seen worse on this card. And how they developed this with kind of Dom taking the original lead, and that original promo between Dom and Charlotte where Rhea really didn't have to say a word, made Rhea look actually quite strong, which I enjoyed. Then you've got Rhea just being this all-around beast and this dominance in her. There is nothing. You're going up against arguably one of the greatest female performers of all time, and right now Charlotte looks like the underdog in this match. I truly believe the way they've built this, Charlotte does look like the underdog. Everybody in the chats is going to say Rhea is going to win this match. I genuinely believe Rhea is going to win this match. So at the end of the day, you're going to finally put over a young superstar who finally deserves her WrestleMania moment. And yes, everyone's been saying, oh, Judgment Day's garbage. Judgment Day's horrible. A lot of this entire Mania is going to be circled around the Judgment Day. So having arguably the leader of Judgment Day, because Rhea is the one that kind of carries that entire group, put the title on her. There's nothing wrong with the build of this because it's going to be proven in the ring. This is going to be a 4.5-star match. These girls are going to tear the proverbial roof off of this building, and I can't wait for it. I genuinely cannot wait for this match.
I think the match is going to be fantastic. I disagree in terms of I think this feud has been borderline poo-poo caca, pee-pee poo-poo. It's been awful.
Okay.
Look, I was digging Rhea Ripley not talking, and then she started talking, but then her talking was about like how much she respected Charlotte Flair and that Charlotte Flair is the person to beat. So like putting her on a pedestal. Okay, fine. But then it kind of negates the whole being silent and being menacing and being scary that we had at the beginning.
Yeah. All
right. I was willing, because anything that Rhea Ripley does, I mean, she could literally super kick me in the throat and I would thank her. Anything that Rhea Ripley does, I'm on board with. And then we have the Charlotte promos. Bafflingly awful. Some of the worst promo work I have seen from a top superstar in the last 5 years. She literally lost her cool when she was trying to talk about her fear and perseverance, and the crowd is whatting her, and she literally tells off the crowd that this is important for me, don't what me. Like, what? And she, like, I didn't even mean to say what there, but like, yeah. What? Like, it was just such a bafflingly bad promo of her talking about her fears and that like she's all of this perseverance and all of the pressure that she has to go through on a daily basis. And then she talks about how awesome her family legacy is, how big her penis is by all standards. Diamonds are forever or whatever the fuck. It's just bad. It's just so bad, dude. I'm hoping it doesn't make sense, but like if Rhea wasn't part of Judgment Day, it would make sense to do a double turn here because but it doesn't make sense, which is part of the reason why Charlotte's promos have been so bad that she has gotten go away heat. Rhea is the heel and she's got the please punt me in the face mommy love. Everyone loves Rhea. So even just in the dynamic of the face versus heel here, it's weird and it's not working for me. No. Even though the match in ring, I think, is going to be fantastic.
It's kind of funny you say that, because I don't want to keep reverting back to the WWE Legends shows, but I've watched the Charlotte one recently, and that promo that you just discussed, I felt like she was just reiterating everything she said on the documentary about how she couldn't find herself in the shadow of her dad and all this stuff. It's just like, you are literally a 14-time women's champion. You have basically superseded a lot of your dad's legacy and created one that probably no woman is ever going to touch. What is wrong with you? You are one of the best female performers of all time. Why are you so frustrated, and why are you losing yourself in? And yes, okay, I can say this because all I am is a wrestling podcaster on YouTube, but a very simple promo that you have been doing for years. All you have to talk about is how Rhea's never been on your level. That's all you have to do. Make her feel small. And you couldn't even do a basic promo to make yourself look like the legend that you technically are. You know, like, am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that?
No. Like I said, I think the promo work, especially on the Charlotte side, has been bafflingly bad. That's why I said it's been just absolutely god awful build to this. I almost think it just would have been better with Rhea not talking to her. Yeah, I think just not talking to her and creating like that, those mind games. Yeah. From the Judgment Day, but
I'll tell you right now, dude. Now that we talked about it, I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll take that as a win. Let's go. We convinced Steve of something.
Shut up.
All right, let's move on here. We are now moving on to, oh my God, get the popcorn ready. Get your hands ready to slap some meat, Steve, because this is going to be a meat-slapping, meaty man slappity slap fest. We've got Gunta Zaring General versus the Celtic Warrior Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Psychopath, in a triple threat match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship in what could arguably be the best match of the night. Whoever has to go after these three, I'm so sorry, because the crowd is going to be exhausted.
This is 100% sorry. This is hands down match of WrestleMania. You had Clash at the Castle, Gunther versus Sheamus, which arguably was match of the year last year.
Yeah.
And now you add
match of the year.
Now you put Drew McIntyre in there on the grandest stage of them all. Dude, this will be match of Mania. Please continue.
Yeah. I before we get into our predictions, how absolutely bonkers cool is it that you look at the United States title? Mm-hmm. It's being defended against arguably one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time.
Yep.
And then we have the Intercontinental Champion being defended against two future WWE Hall of Famers, former world champions, and is being talked about in a regard where it can main event any show, that sans Roman Reigns. How cool is it that we live in an era where the mid-card title, I don't think the mid-card titles have felt this special since the early 90s, late 80s.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah. They haven't. I think back when it was like Warrior, like dropping the IC title to get the world title, Shawn versus Scott Hall in the ladder match. That's when the last time I remember the IC title being relevant. And now we're, like you just said, two first ballot Hall of Famers. Gunther, who literally in the next year will be in the world title picture and is carrying it with such
prestige.
You said prestige. I was going to say elegance, because he does it in such a proper way that I feel more interested. I'm not, but I feel like I should be more interested in the IC title than I should be in the main event. Like, I think this should be a main event. It should main event night one. This is
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels that special. It can main event. Like, if it main evented night one, Do you think anyone is opposed to it? Not a soul.
Not a soul.
Not a soul. I think there's just matches, you know, with a bit more of a marquee reach. But again, no one would be upset with Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre main eventing night one. But yeah, we got to pick a winner. And I think this might be the toughest one to pick. I think out of the three, the one that I think has the least amount of chance of winning is Drew McIntyre. I am still taking the Ring General Gunther.
I appreciate that one. I think we're at a point now that Gunther has shown how he can carry it. My only concern is what happens with Imperium if he drops it. Like, do they fall into the mid card and just kind of, unfortunately, and I hate to say this, do they end up as Hit Row? You know, just kind of completely irrelevant coming up.
Well, it depends, right? Like this might be an old school situation where it's the passing away of the Intercontinental Championship to go towards the main event.
Yeah.
Right? Like we haven't had that of the Intercontinental Championship and the US Championship in a long time.
Yeah.
Like that was the standard from the 80s to the Ruthless Aggression era. That was the standard. You lose the Intercontinental Championship, you're most likely going to a top of the card push.
Yeah.
Right? So I would like to think that since Triple H is from that era and understands clearly the value of something like the Intercontinental Championship, that it would actually be a step up for him to lose the Intercontinental Championship rather than a step down. You know, you mentioned Imperium. I do think that they're going to be making an appearance in this match because as far as I know, I might be completely wrong here, I didn't see their name in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which probably means that they're going to get screen time here at WrestleMania. And I cannot wait for Samantha to say Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. I can't wait for her to say all of their names in her accent. But I think we're going to have interference from all of Imperium, and that's going to lead to a Gunther win because a triple threat match, for those that don't know, technically is no disqualification.
No DQ. That's why it's going to be such a banger. By the way, she liked my video the other day. Anyways,
nice.
I hate that I can't say Drew McIntyre because I really want Drew to actually at least have some relevancy of a WrestleMania moment with thousands of people, which he didn't get in the pandemic era of the Thunderdome. But this is also Sheamus as a potential Grand Slam champion, winning the IC title. So I got to go with Sheamus.
Yeah, I just don't think you can pick wrong. And I think that's a beautiful win-win scenario for everybody. I don't think anyone gets mad if any of these guys win.
Yeah, exactly. For the people that are younger, I want to say just one more thing before we move on from this match. For the people that are younger, sit down and just appreciate what you're about to watch in this match. This isn't sports entertainment. This is not like WWE cinematics. This match is traditional, like 1940s to 1980s, just big men in trunks doing a wrestling match. And it's all these men have the respect of the entire locker room. These guys are going to put on, and this is like the first time I've sworn since we started this one, a fucking classic. I will not be moving from my seat in Miami when I watch this match. I can't not wait.
All right, let's move on here. We have Edge versus now officially being listed as the Demon, Finn Balor, in a Hell in a Cell match, which we apparently have been recently confirmed is not going to be the red cage. It's going to be the traditional cage that they seem to use for WrestleMania matches like Shane versus The Undertaker and Mania 32. I'll jump in here first.
Yep.
So I guess I'll start off with my prediction. I have the Demon Finn Balor winning this. I think this is going to be the WrestleMania that catapults Judgment Day to the very top of the card. I know they're already there, but now like to the top of the card with justification that these are the guys that are going to run shit for the next year.
Yeah.
So I do have Finn Balor winning here. I just don't want to see any more shenanigans of like God coming down from the heavens to help Edge win, kind of like how he did with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I want to see just these two just have the nastiest Hell in a Cell match imaginable. I know that there's rumors of the Brood maybe potentially making an appearance, either getting physical or being part of Edge's entrance. But one more point that I'll make here, please end it after this.
Yeah.
It can't go any further than this. You know, I said it, you know, when Edge was attacked by Finn Balor during his US title match versus Theory, I said the words, "We are in Edge's final year of his career. We are wasting them by him just only feuding with the Judgment Day."
Yep.
And then he grabs the mic the next week and says, "I have been wasting the last year of my career on the Judgment Day." So clearly the sentiment is the same there. This has to be it. No more of Edge versus the Judgment Day. I don't even want to see those two cross paths, even on the Monday night after Mania. That's it. No more.
Yeah.
Demon Finn Balor wins, and I cannot wait for a Demon Finn Balor WrestleMania entrance, baby.
Dude, this is, who doesn't love a Hell in a Cell match? First off, who doesn't love a Hell in a Cell match? And a Hell in a Cell at Mania, I can't remember, what was it, 25? No, 28? We last got it.
What are you asking?
When was the last?
No. We had one at 32.
Oh, 32.
Taker versus Shane.
That was it.
28.
Sorry, that was it.
Yeah.
But I have Finn. Two reasons. Edge doesn't need it. He's still going to put on a classic, which he always does at Mania. Finn needs this. Also, we've also said, both of us, this is going to be built around Judgment Day. This entire setup for Mania, everyone's like saying, disband Judgment Day. Why? Judgment Day has been a staple on both shows for the last year and actually done fantastic work with Rhea and one of the best heels in the business right now in WWE and Dominic Mysterio, because that kid is doing phenomenal. We are apparently getting Gangrel as part of the entrance, and apparently there's going to be a spot with Damian Priest from what I have read. This match is going to be probably a 40-minute absolute beating of the two of each other, and I can't wait for a Purple Demon. Like, I'm really looking forward to a Purple Demon. I don't know why. It just is a draw to me, but a Purple Demon entrance to walk into hell, this is going to be one of the matches I'm most excited about. Like, I can't believe we've done the two back to back, but I can't wait. It's going to be Finn, but even if it's Edge, I don't care. But yes, please be done with it after this. I
think my only concern with it being, 40 plus minutes would be, if you remember, I mean, granted, it was in front of no one. WrestleMania 36, Edge versus Randy Orton, that unsanctioned, that match, that felt too long, because that was 45 minutes, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, it was.
So again, not in front of fans, so maybe it would have been a different story had we had fans. But yeah, like I don't think these guys can do anything wrong. That being said, Edge versus AJ Styles last year, we said the same thing. This is going to be match of the night, and then it was kind of disappointing. So
yeah,
fingers crossed we don't get that.
Yeah,
let's move on though.
Yep.
All right. Next, we are, let's just bang these off. I've been avoiding these. Steve, women's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Match. Who's winning this?
The new greatest women's tag team on the planet in the complaint department, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Let's go. If the complaint department does not become their name, I don't care about it, but it's going to be the complaint department, hands down.
Dude, I'm with you. I want Team Karen to win. I'm just excited to see Chelsea Green on the WrestleMania card.
Yeah.
And sure, okay, Sonya Deville. Sorry, I meant to say Sonya de Glock or Sonya de Colt 45 or Sonya de AR-15. I don't know what she's carrying these days. I know she got booked for carrying an unlicensed firearm.
No, it was licensed. She was just carrying it in New Jersey.
Wrong state.
She was just in the wrong state. By the way, but credit to where credit is due. Sonya Deville has actually done some great work over the last year. with being part of the thing. Like, she deserves this moment to have her hand raised at Mania. So I really think that both these women deserve at least some form of WrestleMania moment. So it's the complaint department for me.
Okay, so that's what I want. They're not winning though. It's gonna be Ronda and Sonya and Shayna Baszler. They're gonna set them up to be the contenders for the tag titles. I'm incredibly confident of that. So I'm gonna say that it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with the safe choice and say, you know what's funny? I recorded my predictions.
Yep.
For TikTok, and I said Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, but logically it is Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey.
Still a better tag team.
Yeah. Okay. And the men's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way match. I don't want to completely gloss over this one because if they are given 10 minutes, this could be a really fun match. If they're given 10 minutes, this could be a really fun, crazy car crash of a match.
Who's in this again? Viking Raiders, Braun and Ricochet, Alpha Academy, and Street Profits, right?
That's right.
Okay. So here, this one's interesting because you've got, like we said with the Sheamus match and the Gunther, we got a bunch of big meaty men that are gonna, like, by the way, they are putting Otis over like crazy right now. This man, like, to body, and I mean absolutely body Braun Strowman like he did, turn around, catch Montez at a midair and slam.
A beautiful spot.
That was a great spot. I think there's still shenanigans in this. I think we get Maxine involved in this. That is going to potentially cost Otis and Chad Gable, and we finally see Otis leave the Alpha Academy. I think there's a lot that can happen here, like even like a Street Profits tension. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Like, they're pushing.
That's probably the safe choice. I'm going to go with Otis and Chad Gable. I think the company's super over on both of those guys, and maybe they reward them by having them win this match at WrestleMania. Either way, let's move on to arguably my favorite build towards a WrestleMania match, not including something super long term like the Bloodline stuff, but just like a WrestleMania season build. This has been magnificent. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio, father versus son. God damn it, man. Like, Dominic Mysterio has become a national treasure. Talk about somebody who did not fold under pressure.
Yep.
Right. They say in situations, right, if you can survive the pressure, you become a diamond. And I think that that's what we've had here. I think we have unlocked the full potential of Dominic Mysterio by letting him loose and not being, the next in line for the Mysterio throne and, trying to be that luchador, but just really letting him do what he wants to do. It almost feels like he's out there, not even scripted. And I think it's just working wonders for him. And I think, that leash that has been, they've given him a lot of leashes because he's working with Rey Mysterio. I'm sure it's Rey Mysterio that, if he was working with anybody else, I don't think that he'd be given this leash. But this feud has been phenomenal. And I can't wait for this match. What are your thoughts on this?
I reiterate every sentiment that you just said. Dominic, since, Thanksgiving, when they first started this, the showing up at the house and the at-home segments, the segments that you and I had been screaming for like 18 months since we started Straight Shoot, saying we need more backstage, we need more like the Triple H Randy Orton at the house. I don't want to bring up Brian Pillman, but at Brian Pillman's house in the 90s and all that stuff, like that stuff was gold, and they utilized social media to the perfect avenue to do it. This build was great. There's no go away heat on Dom, which he originally had, and has turned to genuine bloody, like, we hate you, but we want more. Like, we want so much more of, and his promos, like, his promos are getting better by the week. And I think this is what you get when you put a young up and coming wrestler that is still not at their full potential with 3 seasoned vets. And I will, because you think about it, Finn Balor is 20 plus years. Damian Priest ain't no spring chicken. Like, he's young, but he's still very good at what he does. And Rhea Ripley, she's one of the best in the business for the women. You put Dominic Mysterio in there to ride. It's not about working at the show. It's the rides on the road and what he's learning off camera, obviously learning from his father as well. This is a complete 180 to Dominic at the start of 2022. And I'm happy about this. So for my prediction, I don't think Ray wants to go over on Dom. I think this is a Dom win, and I think we get a clean sweep for the members of Judgment Day.
Yeah, so I almost wish that I had not recorded my predictions video until we talked about this, because I'm now leaning more towards Dom based on what you said there. I'll stick to what I said though in the video that I recorded. I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio. I do have a tough time seeing Rey Mysterio take a loss the night after getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. If this was his retirement match, I'd be, yep, he's losing. A Mysterio retirement match is going to get advertised as a Mysterio retirement match. It's going, and I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to be, if we do get a retirement match from this feud where it becomes a, loser leaves, or if Dom loses, he leaves the Judgment Day, and if Mysterio loses, he retires. I wouldn't be surprised if we get that at SummerSlam or at next year's WrestleMania, for example. And because I think that there's a lot more to this story, I am going to pick Rey Mysterio here, because I want to see a whiny Dom to the levels of, he only got himself a BMW. Like, I want to see more of that. And I think a loss would allow for more of that over the coming months. So I'll take Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
One thing I want to bring up here, Santi, and I've been reading, obviously you and I have been streaming a lot, talking about WrestleMania over the last couple of weeks. Do we get, and it pains me to say this, does Dom come out with his Judgment Day music, or does he go literally uber super heel and we hear Viva la Raza and he comes out in the lowrider? What do we get? Because if he does it, I think I might throw up a little bit, but that is like the most genuine heat that I think he could draw, and everyone believes it's going to happen.
I don't know if he comes out to the Eddie music, but I think it's a huge missed opportunity if he doesn't come out to the lowrider. First of all, they're in the land of lowriders, Los Angeles. You got, and the previous promo with, I wish I was Eddie's son and that you never existed. Like, come on, you got to come out of the lowrider. You got to do something Eddie related. And I think the lowrider, as part of a grand WrestleMania entrance is the way to go. So I'm going to go with Rey Mysterio winning, but I do think that we get the lowrider.
Yeah, I'm going to throw up.
Dude, what if it's not a lowrider? What if he comes out in a Mercedes?
Nah, dude, I say he comes out in a purple Judgment Day lowrider.
Oh, that'd be way better. That'd be way better.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on here. We're almost done here with our card. Next, we have what I genuinely believe, and it still could, main event night 1. We have brothers versus brothers, the Usos, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso versus KO Zania, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. And for all this hoopla about Cody finishing the story, shut up. This is the real finish the story. It's time for Sami and Kevin Owens to finish the story.
Yep.
I'm taking KO Zania here.
Same. Hands down. I think Kevin Owens said it the best during that promo when he advertised the new shirt. He said the MVP of the WWE over the last year has been Sami Zayn. I echo those sentiments, hands down. Sami Zayn has done everything right in every facet of the business.
Yeah.
If they are not rewarded with tag titles, it is a slap to the face to both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, especially Sami Zayn. I also think this is a great way to begin the slow downfall of the bloodline. My reasons of saying that is when we get into the next match. But at this point, the Usos have done it all. They don't need this. I think protecting Roman is more important because the walls are caving in on Roman right now. So I think, you know what? The Usos lose the titles. Cool. We're moving on to something new. Imperium can get a shot. Everybody can get a shot at the new champions. And when was the last time Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn held the title? I don't remember. Like, I genuinely cannot remember. These two are, again, first ballot Hall of Famers.
At this point, yeah. Can you believe the trajectory of Sami Zayn's career since last WrestleMania?
Dude, I was just about to say,
an I told you so moment.
No, of course we can, but I was about to say it for both of them.
Yeah.
Because they both proved themselves last Mania that they can do it all. Sami in the most ridiculous acting like a jackass with a bunch of jackasses, and Kevin Owens for one straight month carrying a feud of unknown certainty with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And both of them had 4.5 star matches. Maybe. Yeah. Like, they had for me, the two most memorable things that happened at WrestleMania last year was the Austin KO thing with Austin McMahon and Pat McAfee. Okay, we can add that. But we also had Sami Zayn doing incredible work, letting Wee Man body slam him.
Dude, I told you, like, immediately during our review, I remembered it was during our review of WrestleMania. I said that match made Sami Zayn a star.
Yep.
Because he proved that he can turn he can make something out of nothing.
Yes.
That match, if it's anyone else, would have been the worst match in WrestleMania history. But because Sami Zayn and his everlasting professionalism didn't go in at it half-ass, he went in at it at full speed to make it the most entertaining thing he possibly could, and he succeeded at it. And I think the WWE brass saw that. I think they saw, holy shit, we have a guy here that was able to have an incredibly entertaining 4.5 star match with Johnny freaking Knoxville that included a giant freaking mousetrap, and he got body slammed by Wee Man, and we had the Chip and Dale dancer from Jackass also appear. He made that into a memorable WrestleMania moment. So,
sir, you also forgot about Mae Young's hand, baby.
Yes, yeah, Mae Young's hand baby made an appearance in that. All grown up. So it is just wonderful to see the trajectory that both of their careers took, from wonderful performances in the face of what could have been terrible performances at last year's WrestleMania. And here they are in what many believe should be a WrestleMania main event at the end of night one. I think we're both in agreement here. Then I think we can move on. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are winning this.
Just one more thing. So I'm watching our chat while we're talking. Kevin Owens heel turn. No shot.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Won't happen. Move on.
Not a chance. And I'll just real quick. Like, the reason for that is we are at the end of the story.
Yes.
We're not in the middle, right? We're not at the rising climax. Like, this is the end of the story.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of us, I think a lot of us initially wanted it to be Sami going after Roman, but like, the story from the beginning was always Sami and the Usos.
Yep.
Always. It was always that.
Yep.
Roman Reigns didn't come into play in the Sami storyline until after Clash of the Castle. So this is the end. This is a culmination to almost a year-long feud. You don't extend it by an arbitrary heel turn that really doesn't add anything. It just needs to be a feel-good moment, if that's how it's going to be, or a heartbreak moment. They need to pick one of the two, and I don't think that there's going to be shenanigans in this match, like a turn.
No, this is it. I think we maybe get I don't even think we get Solo. I really don't even think we get Solo, because they're going to have Solo protecting Roman. So this is going to be a straight up badass 20, 22, 25-minute match, and near falls, some pain. The one thing is, I think we get Jay taking the corner of the ring buckle bomb from KO, and I'm gonna cringe at that because that's ugh. But yes, Kevin and Sammy, let's move on.
All right, let's move on here to the main event of the night. We have the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, going up against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Steve, what have you got to say on this?
Oh, man, I've been going back and forward on this for weeks, and the promos and the build over the last 2 weeks have not helped. But I'm going to say one thing that's going to be probably the biggest hot take of this. Cody doesn't need this. I don't think Cody needs his WrestleMania moment a year and a half into his return. Like, yeah, okay, torn pec, feud with Seth, whatever. But Cody, he's not old, but he's not young. He's got probably another 7 or 10 years in him. I don't think, with the story of the bloodline and with Roman, and obviously the 1,000 days being a massive, massive factor in all of this, I don't think Cody needs this now. Maybe in 3 or 4 months, maybe next WrestleMania. But I do not think Cody Rhodes wins this. I am going with our Tribal Chief. He will get his 1,000 days. He will lose at SummerSlam to probably Cody, or in a triple threat against somebody else like Seth and Cody. But it's Roman. I do not see a scenario where WWE has the guy that they have been handpicking since 2015 to not get the 1,000-day run that they have put his trajectory on. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, for those that are listening live right now and those that are listening after the fact, there is going to be another episode that we're going to be recording immediately after this called "What If Roman Reigns Wins?" And I think you and I are going to have a lot to say because, dude, I also think that Roman Reigns is going to win this match. I just don't see it. Like, I don't see how you can justify breaking up a nearly 1,000-day reign on a half-baked feud that's only lasted a month.
Yep.
I do, however, believe that it could be broken after 1,000 days at SummerSlam once this feud is 4 or 5 months long. But a half-baked 1-month feud between these two, where they've only really been in the ring with each other twice. Both of them really entertaining, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But they've only ever been in the ring twice with each other. I just have a tough time seeing how you can justify taking the titles off of Roman at that moment in time.
I think there's more to the story.
I think there's way more to the story. I think we're at the tip of the iceberg here.
And what is it? I just tried to look it up. We are between about 937 to 934 to 940 days that Roman has been champion. You're gonna take it from him now? Really? Bruno Sammartino is in that top 5 twice. If he loses at SummerSlam, he goes into the top 5 and pushes Bruno Sammartino into 6th. It can't happen. Are you really like, this is Santi, you and I have cheered against Roman so many times. I think you were cheering for Drew at Clash. I think there's been a few where you and I have both said,
yeah, I know you were cheering for Logan.
Jesus Christ. You actually just shut me up for a minute. But no, like, you and I have cheered against Roman for a very, very long time. I I believe this is the only time that I can hands down say, like, I can't cheer against Roman in this match. Like, this is one of the, it's history making. Roman wins this, he wins right through into SummerSlam.
Yeah. There's no reason for him to lose it at Backlash in Puerto Rico or Money in the Bank in London. Like, it would be SummerSlam if anything, like in another giant stadium like Ford Field. So I think you and I are in agreement. I think the tribal chief retains, but it opens up a really interesting dynamic where the rest of the bloodline lost their gold, but their tribal chief is still on top, which I think sets us up here for our next conversation that we're going to have here, of what happens if Roman Reigns wins. But dude, overall, like, this WrestleMania, man, like I said, on paper, I will never make judgments until the bell rings at the end of the main event. On paper, this is the best card I've ever seen since I've become a wrestling fan in 2002. I haven't seen a better Mania card from top to bottom as good as this. As well balanced with tag team matches, triple threat matches, gimmick matches, title matches. Like, dude, it's in long-term storylines. Like, it's just... I know, aside from Omas and Brock Lesnar, this truly feels like a Triple H WrestleMania.
Oh, absolutely. And I have a feeling we are going to be kissing the proverbial ring of Triple H at that. They do the press conference at the end of it. And if Twitter is not blowing up saying, thank you, Hunter, if this is one of the best ones, if they're not saying thank you, Hunter, by the end of this, then wrestling fans need to show a hell of a lot more respect, because this man has put together a primo card, and I am so goddamn excited. Like, I cannot wait to get down to Miami.
So two questions.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt. Does Bray Wyatt appear at this WrestleMania?
I would have said no if I had not watched the video earlier today. And it was a video with Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss has confirmed she will be in the stadium backstage for Mania in some form or context. I think we get some form of Bray, but I just don't know what. Maybe... It all depends who wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I think that's where it depends. If Bobby wins, or if I don't see the feud with LA Knight starting. I don't know. I can't. I think yes, but if it's not, I understand, and I cannot wait to hear your opinion on this, because you have been shitting on Bray Wyatt for 2 straight weeks. So please go ahead.
I want you to ask me the direct question. I want you to ask it directly. Ask me,
Santi. Do we get Bray Wyatt?
Who cares is the real answer. If we get him, cool. If we don't get him, also cool, because this WrestleMania card has already been a top 5 WrestleMania card and top 5 WrestleMania build without him. I personally believe that he has single-handedly ruined Bobby Lashley's momentum with whatever this fugazi of an injury is. Some people are like, oh, he's limping. Fuck you. Cody Rhodes did an entire match with a torn pec. I heard, do you know what the other rumor that I heard, Steve, was? He broke his finger. Oh,
the photos I saw the other day, he has no cast on his hands. So,
homie, you wrestled once in the past 6 months.
All
right, if you can't handle a little broken pinky or a little rolled ankle to do your spooky wookie
you're rambling
backstage crap, I don't want to see you anymore. I'm done with Bray Wyatt.
Okay, I'm going to pull up a video of you reacting to Bray Wyatt's return in San Diego.
That's fine. I loved his return. I don't see that as a gotcha moment.
But you just said, hold on. Let me stop you. Let me stop you.
I'm not saying I don't like Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt.
Let me stop you for a second.
This has been shit.
Hold on. You just said Bobby Lashley Bray Wyatt ruined Bobby Lashley's momentum, right?
Yes.
Bobby Lashley, who cannot cut a promo without MVP. Bobby Lashley, who, yes, okay, he's a good performer. He's not a great performer. The only thing Bobby Lashley is big. And the biggest thing when you go into a feud with Bray Wyatt, you need to be able to talk. LA Knight came out of that feud looking like $1 million fucking dollars. They just couldn't find someone with him to go to Mania, which I still think we're going to get LA Knight Stone Cold Steve Austin as a surprise, because LA Knight's going to be like, LA Mania, why don't you have LA Knight on the card? Like they kind of did with the who was that faction with Alberto Rusev in Dallas. Remember?
The League of Nations.
League of Nations. They had it with the League of Nations. We're going to get something similar, I truly believe, with LA Knight. So LA Knight's going to get his moment. So the work LA Knight did with Bray Wyatt was fantastic, and he came out of that feud looking like the better star. Bobby Lashley could not carry his weight in this Bray Wyatt feud.
We didn't get anything.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't talk. Little kid games, spooky dollhouses. That's all he had. At least Bray can talk on the mic. Like, Bobby Lashley is not that good of a performer. Simple as that. They shouldn't have put Bray and Bobby together. That was
that we can agree with.
That was an L on Triple H's
%.
part. Yeah, that was an L. I think that's the only L Triple H has taken. Why put a guy who can't?
Terrible decision to put those two together. Absolutely, because like you said, like it requires somebody that can talk to match the zaniness of Bray Wyatt. All of Bray Wyatt's best feuds are against people that can carry their weight on the mic. John Cena, Firefly Funhouse, best fucking thing Bray Wyatt has ever done. One of my favorite things in WrestleMania ever. Absolutely, hands down.
Yeah.
The LA Knight stuff, you know, I think there's a lot of argument that Bray Wyatt made LA Knight. Fuck no. LA Knight made himself in that feud.
Absolutely.
100% made himself in that feud. And even then, you know, I hope, fingers crossed, he's got something at WrestleMania with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then even then, he's still here at the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. My problem is, we obviously don't know what the issue with Bray Wyatt is. Is it creative?
It's creative. It's creative.
Sorry?
It's a creative issue, man. Like, come on.
Okay, if it's a creative issue, my point stands that he ruined Bobby Lashley's WrestleMania momentum. Bobby Lashley came out looking like the next monster out of the Brock Lesnar feud. It required Brock Lesnar to cheat and use a low blow to beat Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley should have been in a marquee match at WrestleMania. But this decision to put him with Bray Wyatt, which already was a bad decision, but then this creative back and forth between Bray Wyatt and WWE and them not being able to get on the same page now has left Bobby Lashley in no man's island, thus ruining the WrestleMania momentum that he should have been garnering in a marquee match that he should have had at WrestleMania, because that could have been the LA Knight match. That could have been the LA Knight match, but you couldn't do it because you only gave these guys 3 weeks to do something with Bobby Lashley and you couldn't find anything.
Scenario, just thought of it, and I don't know why I didn't think about it sooner. Bobby Lashley comes out throwing a fit, being like,
he should.
And Bray shows up. Okay, you want me? I'm here. And no big fantastic entrance. Lights off, lights on, Bray's in the ring, ready to go as Bray. And then you've got your feud, because you're not getting the kid games. You're not getting the dollhouse. You're not getting anything. You're getting the promos that Bray was cutting with LA Knight. I'm Bray Wyatt, blah, blah, blah. No howdy, no Firefly Funhouse gimmick. Just you get Bray.
I don't think we're going to get that, because if the problems were creative, I think Bray Wyatt probably wants this giant elaborate thing. Probably. Right? Like, we're talking about somebody who's had one match since he's returned and nothing but vignettes and production, right? Yep. I just don't see it where he all of a sudden puts that aside and says, I'm just going to come out for a match impromptu with pretty much no build. That, however, I do believe happens between Bobby Lashley and a potentially returning Randy Orton.
See, we could talk about we could how about this? Let's add a video to this. WrestleMania potential surprises. Let's add a video of that. We've dragged this on long enough. We've been doing this for an hour and 30 minutes. Here's our predictions for WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles. Santi and I are gonna do a couple more videos for the people that are here shooting the shit with us. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do what are the WrestleMania surprises.
Sure. All right, let's wrap this one up. If you're listening on podcast services, just make sure to leave a review. If you're watching this on YouTube, please consider subscribing, leave a comment, helps us out with the algorithm. Steve, where can people find you?
Guys, you can find me on twitch.tv/Mr. Tesh, and for the near future, TikTok /Mr. Tesh, depending on what happens. And then obviously all Straight Shoot platforms. Guys, do not forget WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. We will be streaming live from Miami, Florida at the Locals Studios. So make sure you go follow straightshoot.locals.com because the final hour of each night will be strictly on locals.com. Santi, what about yourself?
Twitch.tv/SantiZap and TikTok at Mr. SantiZap. Also on Twitter. If you're watching live, you can do !Twitter to find that. Or if you're watching after the fact, just look at the description of the video and you'll find all the socials there. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Straight Shooter Wrestling Podcast. Take care and be good people. All right,
I gotta take a leak.
For those that are listening, that is the end of episode 1. We're going to be recording a few more topics here tonight. You guys enjoy that? What do you guys think? I need to know, like, should we keep doing these live for you guys? Because we can always just do them offline, but because, you know, it's very little chat interaction, right, when we do these. All right, cool. Well, I'll say, we're going to continue. Folks that are on TikTok, hopefully you've been enjoying this as well. I just want to let you know that we are also live over on Twitch. The link is in the video that you're seeing. It's also in the bio of my profile. If you open up my profile and click the link, it'll take you to twitch.tv/SantiZap. That's where you're going to get better audio, better visuals, and that's where our full WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2 Hall of Fame, NXT Stand and Deliver, Friday Night SmackDown, where we're going to be doing all our watch-along parties. So again, open up the profile, click the link in bio, and come over to twitch.tv/SantiZap. And when you do come over, make sure you actually follow so that you get notifications of whenever those streams go live. If you're already watching on Twitch, make sure you're following by hitting the little heart icon. That'll give you a notification of whenever I go live, and it'll show me on the sidebar whenever I'm live. So just double check that you're doing that. Where will the episode 1 of the podcast show up? Great question. It'll be on the Straight Shoot YouTube. If you just look up Straight Shoot Wrestling, it'll be the first thing that pops up. It's a YouTube channel with about nearly 50,000 subscribers, so it should pop up right away. But yeah, all of these will be uploaded to YouTube here within the next 4 or 5 days. If you want to, in case, you know, TikTok does get banned, if you want to follow me on the other socials, if you're on Twitch, you can do !Twitter. It'll take you over to my Twitter page where I've become very active, get involved with the wrestling community. So you can come over there, again, just in case TikTok does shit the bed, you have somewhere to communicate with us.
Yes, I think I caught the last bit of that. So. Yeah,
pimping out the Twitter.
Okay.
All right. So in terms of topics that we've got here, we can jump into what happens if Roman Reigns wins. Potential WrestleMania surprises.
Let's go right into the surprises because we still got that early on our minds because we were just talking about that. So let's go right into WrestleMania surprises. Did you keep your sound on for when I was gone so everybody heard you on mine?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Guys, just a heads up, we are seeing the chats. But these are recordings that are also getting posted on YouTube and TikTok as well. So if you feel like we're potentially ignoring you, we're not. We are reading everything you're saying.
Yeah, we see all the Omas emotes.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone who has just followed on Locals, straightshoot.locals.com. Yeah, just remember that the final hour of each night of WrestleMania will be strictly on Locals, but we will be recording that and it will be posted later on YouTube. And thank you everybody for the Omas emojis. Okay.
All right. Shall we kick this next episode?
Let's go.
All right. And just as a warning, these next few episodes are not going to be an hour long. We call these our quick shoots.
Yeah.
So these will be anywhere from
9 to 12
to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but we've got like 4 more topics that we'll go over. That was the main podcast that you just listened to. Now we'll do some shorter conversations for you guys. All right, I'm already recording, so I guess we can go with. Welcome everybody to Straight Shoot, a wrestling podcast. I'm one half of your host, Santi. Steve, how you doing?
Oh, dude, I'm already out of breath. We've only been doing this for about an hour, so I'm ready to go. It's WrestleMania week. Every wrestling content creator should be as busy as the two boys from Straight Shoot. Santi, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, same. This is our Super Bowl, right? As wrestling content creators, like this is where we make the money, folks. Yep. All right, this is where we're able to find a new audience, new listeners, because there's all eyes, even non-wrestling fans have eyes all set towards Los Angeles and WrestleMania this weekend. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube or any podcast services, just keep refreshing every day because there's going to be a new episode of the podcast with a different topic. Yep. Over the next few days leading into WrestleMania. Speaking of which, oh shit, Steve, we're gonna need to restart.
Dude, fuck. What?
Fuck. I didn't change our scene.
You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Okay, hold on. Before you start, guys, I see the number. Hold on. I see the number in Santi's chat. I see the chat, my chat. Guys, if you aren't following our YouTube channel yet, I don't know. First off, I don't know what's wrong with you. Secondly, we are literally under 4,600 away from 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. So everybody, when you have a chance, head over to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. We want to hit 50,000 before the end of WrestleMania. Last year we went up 8,000 subscribers in the weekend of WrestleMania. Guys, let's get us to 50,000. We appreciate all of you guys, but let's get us there to 50,000. So let's go. All right, go on, Santi. Don't fuck up this time. Roll? Yeah, don't fuck up this time.
No, we're good. Take 2.
Hey, hey, why are there no common Santi L's?
This was bad. This was fuck up. This was a fuck. I see my mods spamming, change the scene, and I was not looking. That's on me. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to Straight Shoot, a wrestling podcast. I'm one half of your host, Santi. This is take 2. I already messed up the first one, so I'm panicking and looking at everything to make sure that everything is working, and I'm sure it is. Steve, how you doing?
Like I said, dude, we have been doing this for about an hour and a half right now. We have a lot more content to get through, but dude, it is Super Bowl weekend for us, or a Super Bowl week for us, man. If every wrestling content creator is not working as hard as the boys from Straight Shoot, listen, y'all got to catch up because we putting out content left, right, and center for the next 5 days, maybe actually the next 10 days, because we got fallout from WrestleMania coming up. Santi, what about you, brother?
Yeah, we're just going to be putting out banger after banger after banger. So if you're watching this on YouTube or any of the podcast services, just make sure to come back every day because there's going to be a new video, new topic, new conversation happening. Today's conversation is WrestleMania surprises that we could realistically expect at WrestleMania 39 over at Los Angeles and SoFi Stadium, the home of the best football team of all time, the Los Angeles Chargers. Go Bolts, baby. Fire Staley. Anyways, WrestleMania surprises, Steve. This year, like, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna start this off. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
We could be doing like musical performances, returns, debuts. What are you thinking?
First off, I want to say I cannot wait for the start of the show. I want to hear Samantha's rendition of the American National Anthem or any other version of their anthems that they have. I think Samantha is actually one of the most underutilized talents in WWE. She is probably one of the best talents for ring announcers that we've had since Lillian Garcia. And I am actually looking to enjoy whatever they have for Samantha. I do not recall her last name, but I cannot wait to see what she can perform. I think she deserves a shout out. She has been one that has revolutionized and really, like, listen, how powerful is it when she introduces Gunther and
when she does Imperium,
dude, like, this girl can't do wrong yet. on the mic. So her rendition of America the Beautiful, that's the one I'm thinking of. She's going to get one of them, and I really think it's going to be a fantastic performance. So big shout out to Samantha. I really, really hope that she gets at least her 5 minutes of fame on the WrestleMania stage. And sorry, I don't mean to jump into something that's completely irrelevant, but I think she deserves at least 5 minutes.
I don't mean to jump into something irrelevant, but let me tell you about something irrelevant.
Shut up, Santi.
So, Steve, the topic is surprises.
It is a surprise if she gets it.
All right. Okay. The topic is surprises. So, I mean, I guess I can kick us off properly here. Surprise, like, cool entrances. I think the first one that we need to immediately shout out is Edge, right? I think a lot of us are immediately thinking that there's going to be something with the Brood. I'm confident we're getting Brood Edge. I mean, Edge can't bring that Rudy Pooty candy ass, regular ass Edge, regular ass Canadian Edge against the Fiend, right? He's got to bring Brood Edge.
No. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm just agreeing.
Okay. Does that Brood Edge come out with Gangrel?
Well, again, you want to talk about things that like are irrelevant. It's already been leaked that Gangrel's gonna be there. He's a part of the entrance. So
it's a bit more of a surprise than Samantha singing America the Beautiful, dude.
Oh man, no, Gangrel being part of this entrance, it's something that it's been waiting for Gangrel for 6-7 months. He was supposed to be a part of, I can't remember what match he was supposed to be a part of it, and something happened. But like, I'm excited to see Gangrel on WWE television again. Like, he was a good talent. He helped produce Edge and Christian. So what?
I said the Fiend Finn Balor.
You're an idiot. You are an
David Finn Balor.
Are you okay?
Dude, this is a fucking dumpster fire rolling down a hill. Keep it rolling.
Perfect. Let's go. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Gangrel. Another part of this match as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing what could potentially be one of Finn Balor's greatest entrances. Balor is known for his entrance. He's known for when the demon shows up. And a purple version, I know it sounds weird, but a purple version, we've not seen the purple light used since The Undertaker. Really, we haven't at Mania. So seeing a purple demon could be one of the coolest things. So I think even Balor's entrance for this match, I think this is going to be Battle of the Entrances. Like, the match itself is going to be great with Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania, but Demon Finn is going to be lit. Like, I cannot wait for this. Like, I really think we are going to get theatrics, because Finn Balor is about the theatrics when he brings the demon theme out. I think this is going to be fantastic.
Well, now I'm nervous to bring up any other ones, because what do I have to say? The Velveteen Dream is going to return. Like, do we need like that level of surprises, or can we say something a little bit more obvious, like Randy Orton coming back? What are your thoughts on that?
I was hoping you were going to hold off on Randy Orton, but I'm going to jump on Riddle for a second.
Okay, jump on Riddle,
bro.
Just do it.
From what I heard, that sounds like a bad idea. Anyways, no, like a lot of people have been saying like we could get an RK Bro return or a Riddle return. I don't see Riddle back yet. I think he's in still too much hot water with Riddle, or with WWE. Riddle is. I struggle with the idea that Riddle's going to be back, because I do think he's one of those ones that deserves to maybe be in the Velveteen Dream situation. Well, not that situation, but I mean, he deserves to be in the same punishment sector. He did a lot to damage his own career. He brought a lot of negative into WWE. As hot as he was on television, I can't foresee Riddle being back. I just can't.
Yeah, I think it would be, especially at Mania, right? Like, I think it would just be too much of a great reward for not doing anything good, right? You know, like, we have people who are struggling to get on the Mania card, like the likes of everybody that's on the showcase. Yeah. People who are trying to qualify for the showcase, the people stuck in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So to have a guy, sure, he was over, but to have a guy that doesn't have legend status like a Riddle, and has done more bad than good for his image in the WWE in the last 4 months, it doesn't make sense to reward him with a WrestleMania spot. It's the same reason, and I know we're kind of just bouncing here. I think we're really just having a conversation. It's the same reason why I don't see Pat McAfee making a WrestleMania spot, entrance, match, announcer spot. He doesn't deserve it. I don't think he deserves it. He chose one thing over the other. He completely chose college football over wrestling, and to reward him with a big WrestleMania pop, I think is a little unfair.
That one I think is different. I think we're talking about apples and oranges in that conversation. Riddle has done a lot to tarnish his image. Pat McAfee went to something that he knows well and he's accepted in, and he's also accepted in WWE folklore at this point. Pat McAfee has some of the greatest calls in most recent history. When Brock Lesnar returned, like Pat McAfee's call, I don't think, Brock Lesnar's return at SummerSlam was great, but I think with McAfee, it just amplified it for me. McAfee coming out at Mania, I'm all for it. I would love to hear McAfee, Cole, and Graves, for some reason, just headbutting with each other. I know it can't happen, but I would love to hear McAfee, Cole, and Graves just going at it on the commentator's desk while there's a match going on. I think that's just, if it's a dead match like Omas Brock Lesnar, I think that could actually make it more beneficial with McAfee involved, like the alpha male of our species against the Nigerian giant. Like, I think McAfee could sell that for us. So I think I'll take McAfee coming out and getting a WrestleMania pop.
I am very curious if the current like major lawsuit that he's in could impact him, with him being sued to Kingdom Come by Brett Favre. But it's funny because that lawsuit, like, clearly Brett Favre's the bad guy.
Of course he is.
Very, very clearly he's the bad guy in this whole situation.
But
still, maybe it's something WWE doesn't want to touch with a 10-foot pole.
True, it could be something like that. But WWE has also brought in a lot of people that have been involved in a lot of lawsuits, i.e. Donald Trump back in the day. But they also realized what was going on in the lawsuit, and I do think they look at that very closely. And Pat McAfee's not the one in the bad, or...
No, not at all.
So like, I don't think that would tarnish a return of McAfee. And they brought him back for, what was it, Royal Rumble? They brought McAfee back for Royal Rumble, and listen to the reaction he got. People went absolutely mental. WWE fans love Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee deserves a return.
All right, you convinced me. Hurt Business.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think it's the only way Omos goes over. And like I said, I believe Omos goes over in this. I don't think they can.
Sorry. Let me pause you. When you say Omos goes over, do you think when you say over, he needs them to beat Brock Lesnar?
Yes.
Because I would say these last few segments have said otherwise.
No,
he's been manhandling Brock Lesnar. Or do you say over to get over with the crowd as a strong monster?
Both.
Okay.
I think Omos needs a faction, and I think you and I actually discussed this nearly a year ago when they disbanded the Hurt Business and Lashley went off on his own. We literally said Omos would be a decent fit. The Hurt Business needs a dominant force, and MVP can carry anything and help put anyone over. So you bring back the Hurt Business to help Omos, and we've seen little snippets of it in the back with MVP, Shelton, and Cedric all chatting over the past couple of months. I think it all culminates at Mania, and Omos is now the new Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Business, because I think WWE realized what they lost in having the Hurt Business as a faction. We need more factions in WWE. Personally, I believe that. We only have Hit Row, Imperium, Bloodline, and what's it called? That's
Maxine,
it.
Models.
Max and male models. So yeah, like I think we need more. And I think Hit Row would be a great faction. It was an over faction. People were about they were totally about, Judgment Day. Judgment Day is the other one I missed. Yeah, I think yes, we do get a hit row return. Oh God, I've just blanked.
You got this.
No, what? Oh, Jesus Christ! What?
Come on, get it out.
I can't think of it right now. Hurt business. Yeah. I really think we get a Hurt Business return. Yeah, definitely.
All right. We already kind of alluded to him, but let's go back to him. Randy Orton.
I'm concerned about Randy Orton. Everything I've read, and granted, it's been kept quiet for the last little while. But everything I've read, like Randy's back surgery did not go well. Like his back surgery did not go well. He struggled with it. And my biggest concern about Randy coming back is, can he do the RKO? Because if Randy can't do the RKO, that's a lot of Randy's character. It's almost like if here's one for you. If Randy can't do the RKO, the Viper is defanged. And that's concerning me. I don't want them to bring Randy Orton back just because it's Mania and he's not ready. I would be okay with Randy coming back at SummerSlam or Survivor Series if that's how long it takes. Okay, Randy could use the punt. But WWE eliminated the punt for reasons. So I would love to see Randy. Like, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Randy Orton. I think there's so many opportunities for Randy at Mania. If we see him, I'll be happy. But if we don't, I'll completely understand. What about you?
Right. I do think that we see him. From what I'm seeing, Randy Orton is going to be in town. Who knows whether that's just watching a gorilla, watching backstage, being there for the boys. It could just be that. So I'll say that we get something from Randy Orton. I don't know if it's him getting physical. Maybe we get an appearance from him, something. But I'm gonna shoot my shot and say that we do get to see Randy Orton at this WrestleMania. I don't know if it's a full-fledged return, but it is a at the bare minimum, I do think that it is an appearance. So we'll see.
Yeah, like I said, I'm hit or miss, but he also was at Clash at the Castle. So like he was in Cardiff for Clash at the Castle.
Right.
So like I know I saw him. Like a bunch of us saw him. So like he's been in and around, but it's like if he's getting the notice that yes, okay, he's officially going to be there, then I get it. Okay. Yeah, he might have something, but I'm concerned that he's not ready. And I don't want them to. I don't think WWE would push a caliber like Randy to force him back into the ring, like Bray Wyatt with maybe a broken pinky. But I'm hit or miss on it.
Right. Jay White.
No. Monday.
Yeah. No.
Monday.
Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Jay White is not big enough of a name to debut at WrestleMania. No, he's not. No, okay. He's not.
Hold on a second. Jay White is a massive name in the wrestling industry. He is just not a big name in WWE culture. Yeah, in sports entertainment.
That's enough.
I get that, but you can't.
That's enough.
You're dude, the disrespect, man.
It's not disrespect. I just said at WrestleMania.
Okay.
I didn't say he can't debut anywhere else. I just said at WrestleMania, I don't think that he's a big enough name to debut at WrestleMania. He needs to be introduced to the WWE universe in a different way.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes obviously has a legacy. Not even AJ Styles was big enough to debut at WrestleMania.
True.
They debuted him at the Royal Rumble.
True.
Right? Jay White, big enough for the Rumble. Totally, 100%. I think he could have been in there.
Yep.
Monday night after Mania, yes.
Yep.
Mania, not a chance. Not a fucking chance.
No, and I get that. Like I said, I say no, but I still think Jay is a massive name. And my opinion on it is, like I said it on our WrestleMania predictions video, Triple H always has a contingency plan. So if the theory match goes to Cena, I think it's an open challenge on Raw or SmackDown, and that's the debut. And that's a Kevin Owens as NXT champion debut coming up to face Cena. I think that's the caliber that we get.
Right.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, any other surprises? I mean, okay, I'll toss one more. Kevin Owens turning heel.
No. How about Zack Ryder?
Oh, no. Mania, Night After Mania, if anything.
Yeah, I think Night After Mania, but unfortunately, Santi, after what we saw at GCW, I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. I think he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, I think he's having too much fun over in GCW, having matches with naked dudes that can do moonsaults without any pants. You just have to watch a GCW show to understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Steve, anything else you can think of?
Nah, man. I think we've hit. Okay. Wait, one more. Trish Stratus heel turn.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think that's a foregone conclusion. I think like if you want to set something fun for Becky Lynch at SummerSlam, it should be with Trish Stratus, a feud that she hasn't had yet.
Sorry, Santi, we have one more and a big one that we forgot. Big E.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm gonna say yes to will it into existence. I want to see it.
I think that's the only reason I can say it is just because I want Big E back. Like I really want Big E to come back. But either way, it's like one of those ones with Randy Orton. If he's not ready, like that's a horrific injury. If he's not ready, then don't push it. But yeah, fuck yeah, I want Big E.
Dude, I think the Big E return would be so emotional. Like I think I would borderline cry. Yeah. Like to see somebody like we've seen these injuries like Jason Jordan had to have neck surgery and we never saw him again. Yeah. Right. And like, you know, like the problems with Jason Jordan's neck, we didn't get to see live. We had the unfortunate reality to see that injury happen live, and it was gruesome. It was brutal, you know, to the point where we thought that his career was over right then and there. To see a return of that magnitude, man, like it would just be incredibly emotional. I would love to see that. I think the only thing that would be maybe delaying that, well, aside from obviously him not being ready, would be Kofi Kingston undergoing ankle surgery. Yeah. You know, unless, you know, they're comfortable with having Kofi on crutches, embracing Big E. Yeah. But I think the return needs to be with the entirety of the New Day, in my opinion. Those guys are ride and die. Even when they get broken up, they're still together. So I think his return and the injury happened in a match with the New Day as well, right? Sure. So if it is a return, I'd be really happy to see it. If it gets delayed, I think it would be because of Kofi's recent injury. Exactly. All right, perfect. Santi, where can people find you? Twitch.tv/SantiZap, and you can also find me over on TikTok at Mr. SantiZap and on Twitter at Mr. SantiZap as well. Holy man, my branding's all over the place. Steve, what about you? Twitch.tv/Mr. Teshk, TikTok at Mr. Teshk. And you know what? I'm going to plug the Straight Shoot Twitter just because we need that to move a little bit. So Straight Shoot PC at Twitter. Oh, and straightshoot.locals.com. Guys, just remember, all of WrestleMania's last hour on Saturday and on Sunday will be live strictly at straightshoot.locals.com. So don't forget to go and subscribe to us over there. It is our premium service, straightshoot.locals.com. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Straight Shooter Wrestling Podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to leave it a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on podcast services around the globe, please make sure to leave this a review in whatever capacity that you're able to, whether it's a thumbs up or stars. I don't know. It's different with every podcast service. Either way, thank you very much for listening to this episode. Take care and be good people. All right, those that are on Twitch, we are now going to jump into another topic. Again, we're doing our quick shoots. Yeah. So these are 10 to 20-minute episodes. I'm going to go to the washroom. Yeah, please do. So Steve, you can. Yeah, I'll carry it. I'll carry it. Thanks. Okay, first off, I'm going to tell some people off in my channel quickly. Guys, I'm seeing what's going on in the chat right now. That needs to stop. I'm going to actually make DeMarco... actually, Shadow, you are getting made a mod. Any of that shit happens, deal with it, please. Okay, guys, so Santi and I are doing a couple of straight shoot videos for our YouTube channel. Right now, it's getting to a point where we are going to be putting out a quick shoot or a long form topic episode
every single day going into WrestleMania. I will be flying down to Miami, Florida, to the locals facility, straightshoot.locals.com. We are being given a complete studio for all of WrestleMania. So we are also introducing our new content creator that we have signed to the Straight Shoot Wrestling podcast, which will be announced later this week. So any of you over in Santi's channel, all of you over in my channel, and on the YouTube channel and on Twitter, we will be announcing a new content creator at the end of this week that will be joining Straight Shoot permanently, and it's going to be fantastic. So all of you guys that are over on the channel, make sure you guys go over and follow straightshoot.locals.com. I see all the Homo sapiens joining from Santi's chat since he is away. If you guys want, you can jump back over, or you can stay here. Do not forget to
Did you pimp yourself out?
No, I didn't. I was pimping out the locals, and they're all here, okay. Man. I was watching your number drop, and I'm watching mine go up, and I'm like, oh god. Okay, hold on one sec. One more thing, and I am gonna plug it, so don't you dare mute it, guys. If you do come over and follow me on my Twitch channel, I am giving away an Xbox X Series or Series X at 10,000 followers.
You're gonna have to restart. I jokingly muted you.
You fucker. Guys, so anyone who comes over to my channel, you don't have to come over and chill. Like, if you guys want to come over and give me a quick follow, I am giving away an Xbox Series X on my channel at 10,000 followers. So I am going to be doing wrestling content as well. So all you need to do is give me a follow. I don't need you guys to subscribe or anything. And if you do, use Bezos's money. You don't need to use your money. I'm not that entertaining. So just do a Prime sub. Anyway, Santi, what are we doing next?
Turning off sound alerts because Silly Vetman sent one, even though I muted them. But now he feels like he got scammed. Sounds like it's your fault, man. You're the one trying to ruin the podcast with a screamer. What, you think I was gonna leave that on for me to hear? Dumbass. Anyways, I disabled them.
Oh god. And by the way, guys, to everyone who did follow, thank you so much. And I've seen subs and all kinds of stuff come up in the chat. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, I'm so far behind on all the stuff that's happened, and I don't get to see it all because I'm running the stream elements, or what, not stream elements, restream. So I don't get to see my stuff on OBS, so I have to go back and look at it later. Oh my. Can you?
All right, Steve. So I guess we need to figure out what we want to chat about here. Do we want to chat about best celebrity performances at WrestleMania?
I like that one.
Yeah, you want to do that?
I like that one.
All right, let's do it. This will be, again, guys, we're recording now at this point what we call the quick shoots. So these are not full 1 hour long episodes. These are 10 to 20 minute long little conversations. So now we are moving towards the topic of best celebrity performances in WWE history. So let me
at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Start recording. All right, let's get this show on the road. All right. Welcome, everybody, to Straight Shoot, a wrestling podcast. I'm one half of your host, Santi, here with Steve, and today we're going to be talking all about WrestleMania. I mean, if you're on the channel here, you've been seeing nothing but WrestleMania videos, so I'm sure you're not surprised. But today we're going to be talking about the best celebrity performances in WrestleMania history. Steve, are you excited for this topic?
I can't wait for this topic. I think this topic, when we were chatting about it, was one of the ones you came up with. I was like, I don't know if I can get that many, and then we kind of made the terms of this a little looser. So why don't you go over and explain how we're going about this? Like, we're not doing just in-ring performers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So initially Steve was struggling with wanting to do this topic because I think he thought that we were only going to do in-ring performances. So, like, you know, the Logan Pauls, the Snookies, the Bad Bunnies of the world. But I said, nah, like, let's celebrity appearances in general, whether they were a commentator, whether it was Muhammad Ali as a referee, whether it was a musical performance, whether it was somebody backstage, doesn't matter. If they're a celebrity mainstream in some capacity and they were at WrestleMania, we can chat about them. So, I mean, let's start off with, like, I've already kind of listed some of the big ones. Let's talk about, like, the big three in the ring, right? Which is Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, and if you want to call him, Pat McAfee. So initially from those three, I mean, initial thoughts, because I don't think we have to spend too long on them, because aside from Pat McAfee, they're all pretty much active members of the WWE zeitgeist.
Okay, so I'm gonna ramble it off quick. Logan Paul, incredible athlete. And yes, okay, he did say something in one of his promos the other day saying he was built for this. Cool. Yes, you have the physique, you're talented, you're an athlete, you did a really good job at WrestleMania. Am I going to see you as a Hall of Famer? Maybe when you're like 65 years old. So like, I'm done with talking about Logan Paul. Bad Bunny, probably one of the most incredible performances I've seen from a celebrity in professional wrestling history for WrestleMania.
Dude, real quick, for those that are listening to this right now, that Mania Steve and I watched together.
First time ever.
We weren't even doing straight shoot.
Nope.
So what we're about to talk about here was pre-straight shoot. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so that was the first time Santi and I had ever actually watched a WWE pay-per-view together, and I don't think we sat down that entire match. Like, Bad Bunny just kept putting on miracles that you didn't believe. A guy who is a Puerto Rican singer, rapper, you didn't know until later how good and how much he put into it. So yeah, Bad Bunny, absolutely mind-blowing how good he was. I think any celebrity in-ring performance cannot top Bad Bunny's. That's true say.
I would agree with that. Like, I think it's not a controversial thing to say that Logan Paul is better in the ring, but Logan Paul is also a super athlete.
Yeah.
All right. Like none of us expected Bad Bunny to be able to do the things that he did. And a lot of us had high expectations for what Logan Paul is capable of doing, because we've seen him be an athlete before, right? With his boxing, his showmanship, like we knew that, right? But Bad Bunny caught us all by surprise when he pulled out a Puerto Rican destroyer. Okay. All right. Like that thing, like Steve said, I was out of my seat screaming during the Bad Bunny performance at WrestleMania. And yeah, like the one at 37 was good. Like everything that he's done at WrestleMania has been good so far. So yeah, those two obviously get like that seal of approval. And then the last one that's always kind of just part of the WWE universe. I know some people are like, well, this person has had a better performance. Right now we're talking about the ones that have been like consistent with the WWE, and the other one's Pat McAfee. We got hit, dude. What a fun match he had with Austin Theory at last year's WrestleMania.
I didn't know a kicker could do a vertical up like that and then do a back moonsault and land it on his feet. Like that had me speechless. I think a lot, like I talk a lot, but that one had me speechless. Like Pat McAfee exceeded expectations. I think that's the best way to say it. Pat McAfee exceeded expectations and then got buried by Vince McMahon. But at the end of the day, that's okay.
Like it's one of those situations where you come out over in a burial because it's Vince McMahon. Everyone knows you can beat the shit out of Vince McMahon, Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
But like the character Vince McMahon is bigger than life. It's totally fine to get buried by Vince.
Exactly. So yeah, those three that we just talked about and mentioned, Santi, like I think those are like the upper echelon of in-ring performers. So we've talked about those. We could push those aside. One that comes to mind, and this is completely left field, the crew from Jackass.
I can talk about these guys for days.
Please do. It just popped into my head. So the crew from Jackass, go ahead.
That was the best match of WrestleMania 39. Sorry, 38. Sorry, that was the best match of WrestleMania 38. Like in terms of what wrestling is supposed to be, this emotional roller coaster from beginning to end, a story that's being told. Obviously, technically, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins was the best match of that card. Duh. Obviously, I'm not a lunatic. All right, I'm not insane. But they didn't have a build. They didn't have a story. It was just a guy that showed up, and now they're having an awesome technical match.
Yeah.
But the story that the Jackass crew told with Sami Zayn absolutely endeared me to Sami Zayn to the point where I said this match made Sami Zayn a superstar, and I was right. The performances from the entire Jackass crew was so much fun. Johnny Knoxville, Wee Man, the dude, I don't remember his name, but the dude that dances in the Chip and Dale underwear. Even to like the night before Mania, Wee Man asking Brock Lesnar to slam him on a real table in a real restaurant. Like just their whole aura was so much fun at WrestleMania, and their match was fantastic. I think it was the best match of that year's WrestleMania. Honest to God, I'm not even trolling people that are listening. I'm not trolling. I've had that sentiment since that night. I genuinely believe that was the best match of WrestleMania 38.
Yeah, and by the way, it's Party Boy Chris Pontus.
Party Boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I got another one for you.
Okay.
Let's go with Shaquille O'Neal.
Nah.
I knew that was coming.
I'll let you talk about
no
him.
I don't want to talk about it. I was just throwing it out there. Shaquille O'Neal, he was always billed to have a match with Big Show, and it just really never stood what it to the factor it should be. So let's move on. Next one.
Yeah, I'll throw one your way. Let's go back to let's stick into that world. Gronk as the host of the Pandemomania, if you remember. Wait, was he the host of that Pandemomania?
Yeah, he was.
Right. Yeah, he was.
Gronkowski's never done anything for me when he's been a part of WWE. It's just, you know what? Like, you're a big football player. You're a party boy. Like, I couldn't care less. When they announced Gronkowski, I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Let's move on. Snooki.
Okay, hold on. Let me get into this. Let me get it.
Oh, you're getting into this? Okay. The man just adjusted his seat. Okay,
let me talk about Snooki. Did you believe growing up during the GTL lifestyle of Gym Tan Laundry and Jersey Shore that Snooki, this drunk Jersey girl, could do a backhand spring into an elbow into the corner? Did you ever think this woman was this athletic?
Well, apparently she used to be a cheerleader, so I guess it makes sense.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I will give Snooki the most minimal amount of credit, but I'm gonna give her credit where credit's due. She did impress me. She did impress me for what that match was. So jeez, I was impressed with Snooki.
Wow, your standards are quite low if you're getting impressed by Snooki. Then my standards are much higher, and I put them up there with the likes of Floyd Money Mayweather, who had such a fun match and such a fun feud with the Big Show. And what's great, dude, the thing that I remember about this is that Floyd was the face going into this.
Yeah.
But Floyd himself is such a piece of shit.
Yep.
Such an unlikable dude that he made himself the heel.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant.
It was great.
Nobody wanted him to win at WrestleMania, and it fucking worked.
Yep.
That performance was so much fun.
Except for the fact that he broke the Big Show's nose.
Dude, like, it was a legit punch.
It was a legit punch, and I'm sorry, if I'm the Big Show, I'm 7 feet tall, and this little 5'8", like 140-pound guy breaks my nose, I'm snapping him in half. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care how many people are around me from his entourage. You break my nose, and I'm a giant. I'm not having it. But Floyd was able to make this one of those situations where you didn't have a lot of expectations going into the match at all, and then it was just entertaining through and through. So I really enjoyed it. Santi, the Don, Donald Trump, what do you got?
I mean, like, looking back on it, it's technically like one of the biggest things that WWE has ever done, right? Like, dude, that is a former president of the most powerful country on the planet in a full program with a dude who is a Samoan bulldozer, a monster of a human, and Bobby Lashley and Vincent Kennedy McMahon. A former president is in that spot.
And didn't
sorry,
he get,
Tony Khan, I don't think you're getting a president over in AEW.
I don't know, maybe he might get George Bush. But anyways, didn't he also take a stunner from Austin?
Yeah, it was the funniest, worst stunner of all time.
No.
But who fucking
38, 38 was the worst stunner of all time on Vince.
Fair.
Okay.
Even Stone Cold laughed his ass off at how bad it was.
But I'll say this, Donald Trump really impressed me. I was supposed to go to this WrestleMania. I had tickets to it, but it was one of those cards that you just didn't care about. But the build was so worth it. You got Donald Trump, like you said, one of the biggest egos in the world and a future president of the United States. And he's taking bumps.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally the battle of the genetic jackhammers with like the grapefruits, and it was good. It was so good. I loved it.
Yeah, like it's one of those moments in WWE history where I look back and like time has made it like that much more important, right? Like, you know, Rock versus Cena at the time. Whoa, huge match. Looking back on it, holy fuck, we got The Rock and John Cena, two of the biggest Hollywood stars in one match, right? Because now John Cena is in a spot where The Rock was back then, right? So like this is one of those, because Donald Trump at one point is the most known human on the planet, on the face of humanity. Yep. The most famous, most known individual took a stone cold stunner. You think Stone Cold tells that story?
Imagine Vladimir
dinner
Putin.
Parties?
Imagine Vladimir Putin taking a stone cold stunner.
Dude, have you seen Putin at those like celebrity at those hockey games where like these professional hockey players just let him score? Oh, don't touch Putin, he'll send us to the gulag. Let him score. Let him think he's NHL caliber. Meanwhile, we got Donnie over here fucking shaving heads and getting stunned. It's awesome.
Oh man. All right, Sandy, who else we got? I think let's go way back. Let's start out with like the original celebrity, or one of the OG celebrities, with Mr. T. Coming over from Hollywood, obviously, to something that was untouched, something that was not really proven. What was it? Was it WrestleMania 1? Or was it
was WrestleMania 1 in the tag match, but then he also had a boxing match at WrestleMania 2 with Roddy Piper.
Exactly. So, and talk about long-term storytelling. That was one of those ones where it first started, because they bumped into each other at 1, and then were able to continue that feud almost the whole year, which was great. But for a celebrity of that caliber to come into something that is untouched, with obviously side by side with one of the biggest names on the planet when it comes to this business back then in Hulk Hogan, did Mr. T take a massive chance? Like,
I think the entire concept of WrestleMania at the time was a massive chance. Every documentary I've seen that was like WWE was fucked if WrestleMania didn't work out. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's so much Mr. T taking a chance. I think, you toss enough money his way, he'll do it for you, right? Yeah. I mean, the man was in commercials for World of Warcraft, for God's sake. But I think the risk was, did we make the right choice by bringing in celebrities into WrestleMania? I think the risk was all on WWE's plate at the time, because they didn't know what WrestleMania was, what it was going to become, and they made the choice: should we include a celebrity in a marquee spot instead of one of our guys in trunks that maybe that doesn't have this mainstream appeal? Let's try it and see if that works. And clearly it did. Yeah, it did. 100%. All right, Santi, I think we've covered most of the in-ring stuff that we can. Hang on, I got one more for in-ring, because this is very unique. I haven't seen the match, frankly, but it was the WrestleMania main event: Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam Bigelow. It was right? So bad. A celebrity, clearly a terrible booking choice to have a celebrity main event WrestleMania. Yeah. But as far as I know, this is, unless you want to count The Rock, he's the only celebrity that's main evented a WrestleMania. Oh, I guess Mr. T as well, technically. Yeah. But that was at least in a tag match where you could hide his flaws as a non-wrestler. That was a one-on-one match. True, and I get that, but Santi, it was so bad. It was probably one of the worst WrestleMania booking decisions I've ever seen. I was just old enough, just
to remember seeing it, and I've obviously seen it back since. It was just so bad, man. Like, I don't understand the mindset there. I don't know who booked that, and if it was Vince, that was one of his biggest L's. And I don't mean it in LT. I just mean straight up biggest L's. But yeah, no, it wasn't good. One more. Somebody in the chat just threw up one more that actually makes sense, because this was a very unique situation in WrestleMania history where they actually had a real fight. And it was Butterbean.
Ooh.
Butterbean.
Yeah, what a terrible fucking idea it was to put a non-boxer against one of the deadliest boxers on the planet at the time.
And letting him get truly knocked out.
Knocked the fuck out, as Chris Rock would say.
Yeah, like he got, like, who was it? Not Bradshaw, his old...
It was Bart Gunn,
yeah, like, god damn. Like, that was like a Creed style knockout. So,
dude, it buried him because you got real life buried.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no coming back from getting properly knocked out by a dude. Like,
exactly.
There's no coming back from that.
And like, they didn't have what they have now, where you can actually save a storyline. They weren't that good at it back then. Yeah, Bart Gunn, that was the end of his career pretty much. So yeah, Butterbean, Jesus, Butterbean, my days. Anyway, Santi, so let's do a quick, like, rapid fire of like performances, considering we're here for celebrities. Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
that was that the Undertaker back then was reinventing his entire gimmick, and I just think having Limp Bizkit in one of those performances, it was fire. I loved every second of that entrance. Kid Rock.
Kid Rock's another solid one, yes.
Snoop Dogg. Bless you.
Sorry, I couldn't mute the mic in time. That sneeze is, for those that are listening, I'm very sick. I am pumped full of caffeine and NyQuil. It's this is a shell of myself, and that sneeze was I think the NyQuil running out.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about Snoop Dogg?
When he brought out Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, it eventually did lead to him being part of Sasha Banks's full-on entrance theme, right? Because her new entrance theme had Snoop Dogg in it. I do think that her original one was better, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I like when the celebrity cameos make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I really do enjoy that, and it made sense all the way through. Obviously, how many times have we heard that she's the cousin of Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. I mean, I like Snoop Dogg. Who doesn't fucking like Snoop Dogg?
I love Snoop. Like, I think he's one of the greatest of all times when it comes to like his area of expertise. And I mean,
sorry, dude, we are missing a major one. Mike Tyson.
For the era. Listen, I don't think Mike Tyson works today. If they decide to bring him back, I don't think Mike Tyson works. But for how grimy WWE was getting in that exact time, Mike Tyson was the perfect choice. You could have not picked a better celebrity to come in for Shawn Michaels pretty much going away, and DX, the Degenerates, Austin being Austin and going for his first title. Like, it just all fell into place. And like the stare down between Austin and Tyson, where they do the shoving match and the tens of thousands of dollars explode out of Tyson's pocket. Dude, I don't know if you've seen this, but when they did the shoving match, Tyson had like a couple grand, like 20 or 30 grand in his pocket. And when he fell backwards, the money exploded out. His entourage is on the floor digging to pick up all this money, not even focusing on the fight. So yeah, I think Mike Tyson falls into perfect booking at the perfect time.
Yeah. And any other celebrity like musical performances? Because I know like Motorhead, but Motorhead's not good live, in my personal opinion. I don't think they sound great.
I like grungy rock, so I liked them, but like Motorhead, Flow Rida, because we had Flow Rida for me.
Oh yeah, we had Machine Gun Kelly as well.
Hey, listen, anytime I get to see Machine Gun Kelly take a bump, I'm good with that. We had Joan Jett. What's her name?
Pete Rose.
Yeah. We also had who was it that took played the guitar? It's actually Machine Gun Kelly's guitarist. What's her name that played in Nakamura? Which was fantastic. We had Alice Cooper. Oh, how the hell can you forget about Alice Cooper? Muhammad Ali, Cyndi Lauper. Yeah, there's been so many good ones, but I think we've covered the ones that really stand out. So yeah, I think for celebrity performances, I think they're always going to be great. They're always going to be a part of WrestleMania. I just hope they, we forgot about Pamela Anderson. But yeah, I think we really need to make sure they're booked correctly moving forward. Yeah. Like there's been some real big misses, but there's been some massive W's as well.
Yeah, I think especially when it comes to getting in-ring physical, they've been doing a really great job recently. So
yeah,
I'll give WWE that. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Straight Shooter Wrestling Podcast. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure to leave this like, a comment. If you are new around here, subscribe. If you are listening on podcast services around the globe, then please consider leaving a review of some sort of or manner. You can find me over on twitch.tv/SantiZap, as well as TikTok at Mr. SantiZap and Twitter at Mr. Santi Zap as well. Steve, where can people find you?
Yeah, your NyQuil is really wearing off, buddy. Yeah, people, you can find me on twitch.tv/Mr. Teshk, at TikTok at Mr. Teshk, and then you guys can find us at locals, straightshoot.locals.com. Just remember, for the final hour of each night of WrestleMania, we will be strictly live on locals. Straightshoot.locals.com is our premium content service. Do not forget to go over there and subscribe. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Take care.
Cheers.
Gorilla Prod, thank you for the $5 donation over on YouTube that just came through at the end of that. Hey dudes, love the channel and I've been watching for about 4 months now. Was wondering if you have any Coleman's in mind, maybe collabs. I'm gonna say that's collabs, and unfortunately we're recording live right now, so I'm not gonna mention who the shout out was, but yes, those opportunities are available. The people have reached out in the correct areas, so we just need to see where they lead to. But thank you for your question.
How many have we recorded?
3.
Okay. I'm fading, so let's do at least another one here.
Yep.
All right, so we can do what happens if Roman Reigns wins?
Yeah, I think that's the one that we really need to do. I think I'll post that Saturday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the best choice, Saturday morning for that.
I think so. Yeah, maybe. That might work.
Okay. Thanks, bud.
Oh, man. I think hold on. I need to drink some water. Power through this. Fucking.
Have you already made match predictions? Yes, we already have done our match predictions videos. I'm recording mine tomorrow after I'm done editing. But Santi, I think, is posting his tomorrow or something like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No.
It's been recorded. I just got to edit it.
Yeah, and I got to get that software put back up.
All right. Start recording. All right, ready?
Yes, sir.
Welcome everybody to Straight Shooter Wrestling Podcast. I'm one half of your host, Santi. I'm here with Steve, and today we are going to be answering the question: what happens if Roman Reigns wins at WrestleMania 39 against Cody Rhodes? Because I think a lot of people are still very much convinced that Cody Rhodes is going to finish the story, that, you know, he's going to do it for his daddy. But Steve and I here are very much of the mind that no. This story still has a lot more to go. And the story does not end at WrestleMania, and neither does the historic title reign of our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Steve, I'll pass the baton over to you.
You will all acknowledge him. You will all stand and go buy God mode t-shirts and acknowledge Roman Reigns finally as being the greatest of this generation. I did not say greatest of the all time. I said greatest of this generation. No, Santi, let's be real. No. Roman winning is not the worst thing in the world, and I think that's what everyone's worried about when it comes to Roman Reigns potentially winning at WrestleMania. I think everyone's worried that this storyline has gone too long with the bloodline, that in this day and age, having someone carry a title for 1,000 days is just not, it doesn't make sense. I think it's like, you know, this generation's short-term memory span. Like, we just want things quick, over, tell the story, move on to the next thing, more creative. This is different. This is old school, and he's getting the old school treatment, and it's what he deserves because he's put in the work. If you look where he came from to getting booed out the building, winning the Rumble, and The Rock couldn't even help put him over. And then he goes away with leukemia after winning the Universal title, comes back, is getting the push. Then, like, all of a sudden the pandemic happened and he has to go away again. And then he comes back with Paul Heyman, and he's got this whole new attitude and swagger about him, and he has been on a rocket of a trajectory ever since. There is nothing wrong with Roman going 1,000 days and winning at WrestleMania. That's my point.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think for me, the thorn in my side, when it comes to, you know, agreeing with people that Cody Rhodes is going to win, is the fact that it doesn't, to me, really, it doesn't make sense to end a historic, nearly 1,000 day reign as WWE Universal Champion, or whatever they're calling those unified titles these days, on a half-baked 1 month feud.
Yeah.
Right. Like, they think about it. Like, these guys have only been feuding for a month, and they've been in the ring twice. There is a lot of meat left on the bone to tell a much larger, much more personal story between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. It is a story that could absolutely get stretched out into SummerSlam. Yes, you can lose at WrestleMania and win at SummerSlam.
Yep.
Literally, Roman Reigns did that when he lost at WrestleMania to Brock Lesnar and then won the Universal Championship at SummerSlam.
Absolutely.
So absolutely it can happen. So the question of, well, if Cody Rhodes isn't able to beat him, then who's left? Still Cody Rhodes. Like, you're assuming that, like, these guys can't have more than one match. Absolutely, they can have more than one match. And the story, when Roman Reigns wins, is going to drag on, and it is going to push towards SummerSlam. And if that's where Roman Reigns loses the titles, I'm okay with that, because then we'll have pushed the 1,000 day mark, and we'll have Roman Reigns in that top 5 list of longest reigning champions of all time.
Yeah, it comes to a point of what makes sense for, I guess, legacy. It's a weird one to say legacy for Roman, because even though he's been around for nearly 10 years, it feels like he's only just gotten going. Does that make sense? Like, the last 3 years as the tribal chief.
Sense,
okay, he had the run with the Shield, but he had a lot of setbacks. Now we sit here and this man is going on almost a decade, and it only feels like he's getting started. It's the same with Cody. Cody's only getting started. And like you said, a lot of meat on the bone when it comes to this storyline. I'm even going to stretch it out. It could be a feud for another year. We could feud it till 40. I'm not mad about it if they do it right. And with the creative team that they have involved, throw Seth in the mix a little bit. Throw Gunther in. Throw Drew or Sheamus back in. Like, there's so many other guys that could throw little tidbits and curves into this mix-up of Roman's final couple of months with WWE before he goes and takes a break. All these rumors of Roman's taking a break after Mania. Yeah, Roman doesn't need to be in Puerto Rico. The tribal chief, if he wins at Mania, he can take 1 month off. We had literally Brock Lesnar hold the world title hostage for nearly a year, and we never saw it. And this was before the mid titles made sense. The mid titles are literally what carries this business right now. So, and then Roman at the end comes out and puts on a great performance like a champion should. There's no reason he needs to lose right now. He's still hot.
So, I agree. So let's talk about, you know, the perspective world in when Roman Reigns wins.
Mhm.
I think in this imaginary fantasy booking, I think you and I both have the Usos losing.
Yes.
Right. Because, you know, we've had the rise of the bloodline.
Mhm.
Now we need to tell the story of the demolishing, the implosion of the bloodline. Because look, this story that's been told for an entire year, everybody losing their titles, boom, that's the end of the bloodline. No, that's not satisfying.
No.
That isn't satisfying because they spent an entire year building up the bloodline. You can spend just as long showing the crumbling and the downfall of the bloodline, and it starts at WrestleMania. People seem to think that it needs to end at WrestleMania. No, the part 2 of the bloodline storyline can start at WrestleMania, and rather than it being the rise of the bloodline, it's the downfall of the bloodline, starting with the Usos losing their titles. We're already seeing it with Solo defying Roman Reigns, right? With coming back to Cody Rhodes and Solo trying to gain some autonomy away from the bloodline and trying to prove that he is ready, unlike which is, you know, the argument that Cody is making. So now we have the ability to spend several months telling the story of the downfall of the bloodline, the separation of the Usos from the tribal chief, the dissension of Solo from the tribal chief trying to keep it all together, and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens still being a thorn on the side, trying to continue to pry at it and pull at the threads to bring Jimmy and Jay out of the shadows of the tribal chief.
Yeah, no, you've hit it perfectly. We could go an entire year of the cracks in the foundation. We've seen the cracks already begin, and now we just need the bricks and the mortar to start falling of what is or even the island, the volcano to explode in the island of relevancy to fall out into the ocean and drift away into separation. Like it be.
God damn, that was poetic, dude. What the fuck?
You're welcome. I'm actually smart. I just act like an idiot. No, so it's one of those ones where you can sit there and Solo can drift away and go into a mid-card run or have a feud with Roman. Even at Money in the Bank, even though I'm pretty sure that's going to be Drew or Gunther at Money in the Bank for the title. But at the end of the day, like, you can have so much where Roman just doesn't grasp all these guys enough anymore. They're not within the power of the tribal chief. And maybe we finally see the fall of the Anawahi family, not even just the bloodline, like that whole Samoan dynasty just falls completely apart until Roman finally cracks when maybe we get The Rock for 40. We can go so many ways with this. Like, he can still be grasping. He loses the title. Here's one. He loses the title at SummerSlam. He starts to go on a meltdown phase like Rollins did. Remember when Rollins had his complete meltdown? Roman does something similar and saying, well, I'm still the tribal chief. Well, like Cody said the other day, how's the tribal chief going to be the tribal chief without a tribe? And that's where I think we really go with this. And Roman doesn't need a title anymore to tell a good story. He's done that for 3 years. So let's get Roman the title at Mania. And then let's have the downfall of the bloodline. And I think that would just be I think that would hold me to Raw for 3 hours longer than Roman coming out protecting his title.
Yeah, I think what I would like to see is Roman Reigns win, whatever, in some capacity. It takes cheating, whatever it might be. Then we build a proper long feud between him and Cody Rhodes. Again, I keep saying it. This is a half-baked 4-week feud that I cannot justify Cody Rhodes winning when the champion is this powerful, this strong, and this historic. Let's build a storyline where now we can justify Cody Rhodes being that winner at SummerSlam. They win the titles. Cody Rhodes moves on to do his own thing. And then from SummerSlam till Royal Rumble or until WrestleMania, The feud is within the bloodline. Matches between Roman and Jay, matches with Roman and Solo.
Yep.
Jay and Solo, Jimmy and Roman, Jimmy and Jay. Like, you can have so much infighting within the bloodline. And who knows, maybe all that infighting causes the Chiefs to come in and out comes The Rock to fucking, I don't know, bring everything together. Obviously, that's insane fantasy booking. But what I'm saying is, after SummerSlam, when Roman loses those titles, you can now tell the story of the complete crumbling of the bloodline, the Civil War era for those Marvel fans. All right, Bloodline Civil War, because right now we saw Bloodline Phase 1. Yeah, we're gonna go into Bloodline Phase 2, and then Phase 3 is gonna be Bloodline Civil War.
Of course it is, and it's gonna be fantastic however they book it, because just remember who's at the helm. And only 1 or 2 hiccups since he's taken over, with Triple H being running everything. So really, it's one of those ones where you just sit there and you're just like, I'll just take whatever. As long as Roman doesn't lose, like you said, a half-baked feud. Because I think that could be one of the... That's just cold. I think it's just cold. You know, you work so hard. And you remember when Austin took his ball and went home? Because he didn't want to go over to a new Brock Lesnar who was going to be a top guy. I really think a 1-month feud with Cody is just as disrespectful. There's no build. There's no money in it. And just remember, we're in sports entertainment. We're not in professional wrestling. We're about the money as well. From a business standpoint, this doesn't make sense.
I agree. I think what makes sense is the long-term feud between these two, because these two can make money for the company for a really long time. And if Cody, look, Roman chasing the titles isn't the same as Cody chasing the titles. Like the money is in the allure of Roman Reigns losing.
100%.
So if you pull the trigger too fast again on a half-baked feud, you're leaving so much money on the table to continue to sell out arenas and pay-per-view buys, or memberships to the network, I should say, with a trilogy between these guys. But if Cody wins on the first match, there's no trilogy to be had. There isn't. Like, it just loses it loses its appeal to continue to have those matches. But if Cody is chasing, it justifies more matches, it justifies more money, and it justifies that long-term booking that Triple H has shown is really good at.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think my final answer is, Santi, what's the finish?
I think the finish, oh man, I think the finish has something to do with Solo, because Cody has gotten in his head that you're not ready. And I think Solo is going to do what he's been told not to do. He maybe at the start of the night, he's told, do not interfere. And he interferes and he helps Roman Reigns win. Cool. Roman Reigns wins, but there was dissension in the bloodline in that decision. And again, we can continue to tell that story of Solo having that dissension. Roman Reigns not able to keep people in line. And then, build that into a SummerSlam match between Roman and Cody.
So I'm going to go the other way. I agree with you. It's Solo, but it's not Solo helping Roman win. It's helping Roman inadvertently get disqualified. Roman losing at Mania is still a loss to the tribal chief. Just remember, every screwy finish that we've had where one of the Usos or Solo or Paul Heyman has gotten involved has still led to Roman winning. He hasn't technically lost.
Well, he lost to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he lost to Seth Rollins, but he didn't
that wasn't involvement from the bloodline. That was literally just him getting himself disqualified.
Exactly. None of the guys have cost him anything, like any credibility. Solo getting Roman
DQ finish at Mania, though?
It's been done. It's not awesome, but I think as long as, if it's a DQ finish, Cody leaves and Roman attacks Solo or punishes Solo. I don't know. I don't like a DQ finish at Mania on night 2. It all depends how night 1 goes, I guess. But at the end of the day, we are in for a one hell of a WrestleMania. This is going to be one hell of a WrestleMania main event. I think these guys put on a banger. I just think the cost of Roman losing is more damaging to the titles than him winning.
Right. Yeah. All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Straight Shoot, a wrestling podcast. Steve, where can people find you?
Twitch.tv/Mr. Tesh, TikTok at Mr. Tesh. And guys, don't forget all of our Straight Shoot content all on every single platform. WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 will be on the last hour will be at straightshoot.locals.com. So make sure you go over there and give us a follow. You just have to subscribe. We don't expect you to, do any deposits or donations, but that is where we will be in Miami for straightshoot.locals.com for the final hour of each episode or each night of WrestleMania. Sorry guys, I'm getting tired too. But yeah, make sure you guys go over to Locals and give us a follow. Santi, what about you?
Twitch.tv/SantiZap, as well as over on Twitter, Twitter at Mr. SantiZap, and of course, TikTok at Mr. SantiZap. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Straight Shooter Wrestling Podcast. If you're on YouTube, please make sure to leave it a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you are listening to this on podcast services, please make sure to leave us a review, a positive one, ideally. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode. Take care and be good people.
What the hell?
I don't know why I disconnected from the call.
You son of a bitch.
That's how tired I am. I disconnected from the call instead of ending recording.
You're an idiot. I'm gonna stay on and answer some WrestleMania questions because the chat's been going. If you want to send people over, don't worry about it. If not, Santi's chat, I'll be over on my Twitch, and I'll be answering any questions that you may have or suggestions that you may have for probably the next half hour, 45 minutes. And
yeah, I'll send them over. I'm
cool,
gonna get off now.
All right, buddy. I will see you shortly after 9:30.
All right. Cheers.
Later. All right, guys. I'm just going to end over on the Discord. What is going on, everybody that is coming over from Santi's chat? Hope you guys enjoyed that, all of that. I'm on Twitter. I'm on twitch.tv/Mr. Tesh. Sorry, I'm TikTok, and I'm on YouTube. I'm on everywhere, guys. I don't know what the hell's going over. Yeah, so I'm over here. Appreciate listening and learning tonight. Appreciate you, Shadow. Great podcast. What do you think should happen with LA Knight? I think there could be a lot of opportunities with LA Knight over on WrestleMania Night 1. I think there could be Austin. It could be Orton. It could be Bray again. You never know. So, yeah. Guys, anyone coming over from Santi's chat, just remember, if you give me a follow, you'll be entered in to win an Xbox X or Series X. I'll be giving that away at 10,000 subscribers. It is sitting behind me, ready to go. So don't forget to follow. Lady Wrestle Down, thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out. I seen you in the comments. YYD, thank you so much. Swigler, thank you so much. Thoughts on the Dom Ray match? I think it's going to be a great, absolutely great match. I'm really looking forward to the Dom Ray match. I think it's beneficial for Dom's character. I think it's going to be a clean sweep for the Judgment Day. I really believe it's going to be a clean sweep for the Judgment Day, so I really think they're going to do well. Okay, Santi is officially the heel for me. Goddamn Homo sapiens. Lost respect, honestly, after Santi's AEW comment. Thought you guys were a wrestling page. Hurricane, I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you think LA Knight versus Orton would be a good match? I think LA Knight versus Orton would be a great match if Orton is ready. Oh my God, here come the Homo sapiens. And there's the rest of the crew from Santi's chat. What's going on, guys? Mr. Tesh here. I'm going to be sitting here for a bit, hanging out, answering questions about about WrestleMania and everyone's thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to give me a follow. I am giving away a Xbox Series X for any of one of my followers at 10,000 followers, so do not forget to give me a follow. Appreciate you. How about LA Knight against Cena on the win call out? I wouldn't mind that. I'm great with that. I'm gonna take off playing my Rise. All right, Shadow, thank you so much. Jesus Christ, thank you so much, Santi, for the raid. There's so much noise going on right now. You think Cena wins? He should lose the next night. Yeah, I think that's the best. I think that is the best choice, is Cena winning and then doing an open challenge. I think a Stone Cold return, absolutely. I truly believe we get a Stone Cold return. God, 69 Omas. Thank you so much for the 69 bits. We don't need any more part-time champions. I don't think we get a part-time champion. I think we get a one and done. I don't think he has carried this feud well enough. I don't think he's ready. Do you think Bobby Lashley versus LA Knight at Mania for the Andre the... no, I don't think that's how they bill it. Do you think Braun Breaker debuts Monday? I freaking hope not. Oh my God, what is this? Who else is raiding? Who else is raiding? Dale, thank you so much with the Raider. Appreciate you. Steve, I missed the pod, but have heard anything about Christian coming back? I doubt it. I know Gangrel is going to be there. They're not burying Theory. I think Theory needs more time. He hasn't done enough. Kevin Owens carried a feud by himself with Stone Cold Steve Austin last year, and it was arguably one of the best feuds of WrestleMania last year. Austin Theory has not lived up to that. Guys, thank you so much for everyone following. Redeemed, you have been acknowledged. Thank you so much. Steve, if Cena does an open challenge, who you think? It has to be Jay White. It has to be Jay White. Tony Khan gave the green light for Christian. Where was that written? I have not seen it. Who do you think is going to debut from NXT? Anyone and everyone. Hi, C Juicebox. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for coming over. Jay White, last year's WrestleMania was the best since 21. It was good. I don't think it was the best. Do you think Ray beats Dom? No, I think Dom beats Ray. It's going to be a clean sweep for the Judgment Day at WrestleMania, 100%. Do you think they split the titles? No, I think they just give Roman the big gold belt after that, and then they go back to the big gold in the WWE title. I think that. Yeah, I don't think the Christian thing is a credible source either. Sean, seen the green light news on multiple sources, but try and avoid secrets during Mania. Until I see it from Sean Ross Sapp, I don't believe it. Sorry, guys. I just don't. Who needs... Finn Balor is going to win that match, hands down. Do you think if Cody wins, they'll split the belts? Cody's not winning, so I'm not even going to acknowledge that. Oh, my God. That Mr. Clean, thank you for the 100 bits donation. That was uncomfortable. Jigen, what's up, man? How you doing? What the hell? Santi raided again? There is so much noise going off right now. Can't. Guys, my Twitch stream is going off like crazy right now, so I appreciate all of you coming over. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, come on over to the Twitch stream. Make sure you give me a follow. I am giving away an Xbox X Series at 10,000 subscribers. We are on our way. We're just over a quarter of the way there, or almost a quarter of the way there. We're at about 2,300. The Homo sapiens have arrived. What is up, you Homo sapiens? Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. What happened in your chat earlier? What do you mean? What's next for AJ Styles? Recovering from a broken ankle. God, man, these sounds are so delayed. Guys, stop it. Edge leaving for AEW after Mania? No, Edge is not. He's retiring. Edge is a company man. Do you think Omos beats Brock? Yes, I do. The idiots that you warned, they were just being rude and crude. I'm not going to repeat what they said. Well, Steve's going to get canceled. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get canceled. What the hell? A new feud. I'd like to see Edge maybe feud with Seth. But I think we get a clean sweep for the Judgment Day at Mania, so it's going to be nice. Almost the sexiest man alive. Redeemed. Highlight my message. Bro, is Big E returned to WrestleMania? What do you think? I think Santi's right. Yes, Santi, I am well aware of that. I just couldn't believe I was saying it. The Homo sapiens, you guys are crazy. I think Santi's very much correct. Santi is correct in saying that the New Day returns together. So obviously Kofi getting injured, I think we get all of them together, so it might not be Mania, and we don't miss anything if they don't. I really do agree. Would you like to see Gunther as face? No, Gunther is a fantastic heel, and we need more good heels. Who do you think should be in the Hurt Business 2.0? Everyone, including Omas. Take away Bobby. I feel Ray is going to put Dom over and retires after Mania. I think that's the way they're going as well. I don't agree that Ray needs... I don't agree that Ray needs a sending off feud. I think this is his sending off feud. And I think they'll just make an announcement at Mania or at Raw or SmackDown after Mania that he just leaves his boots in the ring and goes away, or leaves his mask in the ring. So I really think, guys, thank you so much to everyone that's following. It is so appreciated. Who do you think wins the Battle Royal? Guys, can somebody confirm if Damian Priest is in the Battle Royal? Can somebody confirm that for me? What was that? There was a noise that just went off. I don't know what that was. Cheered 69. Oh my God, my sounds are that far behind. Holy crap. This might be Cena's final Mania. I think Cena goes to 40. I think he has one more. Who's the best babyface this year in your opinion? Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's hands down the best babyface in the business right now for us. I truly believe that. If Priest is in it, it's a good one. I feel that the Bloodline loses all their titles at Mania. Celtics fan, I do not. I think it's Roman still retaining. Main event SummerSlam this year, Cody versus Roman. Do you think the hell was that? Man, my sound delays are so behind right now. I don't know what that noise was to, but thank you so much for the subscription. Guys, if you feel like subscribing, don't use your money. Use the Prime sub. Just hover over and you can use your Prime sub. You get one once a month. If you haven't used it already, feel free to use Jeff Bezos's money and not mine. Oh my God, that's how far back we are. Okay, that comment was a long time ago. What happens if Cena wins the belt? Jay White comes out. I think we get the dissension. Wow. I gotta slow down. I need a drink. Hold on one second. 2 seconds, guys. Let me just run and grab a drink quickly. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'm here, guys. Sorry about that. I'm still here. No, I really think that overall, like, Montez and Dawkins have done... No, it's not that I'm not a Braun Breaker fan. I just don't think he's ready for the main roster. I don't see where he fits. But yeah, did anybody confirm if Priest was in the Battle Royal? Ugh. God, Karrion Kross needs such a good feud, but he's just not working anywhere. Like, genuinely, the man is not working at all, and I hate it for him. I want him to do well. So Priest, wait, he is or he isn't? Carmelo Hayes, no, I think Carmelo Hayes is down there for another year. Carrying back to, I would love Karrion Kross back in NXT. There's a feud for Braun Breaker right there. Okay, so Damian Priest is not in the Battle Royal. it's got to be Bobby Lashley. He literally does the Andre the Giant pose, so they're probably going to do some symbolic bullshit like that. So I think it's got to be Bobby Lashley. Wow, 179 of you guys over on Straight Shoot's TikTok page. Guys, feel free to click the link in the bio. I'm live over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrTesh. I am giving away an Xbox Series X if you come over and just follow. You don't have to worry about anything else. You can just come over and follow. Better viewing experience. The chat is going off. We got about 125 people in here just killing it. So come on over, say what's up. And we're just chatting about WrestleMania. I'm going to be on for like another 30... I'll say another 30 minutes. Yeah, easily another 30 minutes. I would love to see Shinsuke come back. What is the best Raw theme? Oh, God. Whoa. I think, what was it called? To Be Loved? What was it called? To Be Loved? Thank you guys so much for the follows and everything. You guys are just going off right now. I can't even keep up with everything that's going on right now. Jesus. Perfect. Yeah, you guys are just killing it right now. Yeah, To Be Loved. Burn It to the Ground. I've been listening to Burn It to the Ground for like the last 3 days, like on repeat. I think like with my playlist, I think it's been Kingdom, Roman's theme, and then To Be Loved back to back to back, like every morning. So absolutely love. Do you think CM Punk will ever return? Absolutely fucking not. I hope that man never touches foot, because if he does, I hope Seth Rollins beats the absolute piss out of him. I genuinely cannot stand CM Punk. What do you really think going on with Bray? What do I really think is going on with Bray? I really think Bray is having creative issues with WWE. Bray was given full creative control of his character, and I think people realized. Chris Love, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Like, that is much appreciated, man. See, guys, you don't have to use your own money to support your favorite creators. Just use Jeff Bezos's money. What's your favorite WrestleMania? WrestleMania 17 is hands down the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Yes, To Be Loved by Papa Roach. Early Money in the Bank predictions, L.A. Knight. Yeah. L.A. Knight wins Money in the Bank. 100%. Come on, guys. Yaz in the chat. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. L.A. Knight is going to win Money in the Bank. I think he is one of the best characters to carry a Money in the Bank. Like, come on. Am I wrong? Am I wrong not to say LA Knight? He gives me like Edge, Miz vibes, like for a Money in the Bank character. US atmosphere for LA Knight. Yeah, 100%. LA Knight. Where's Shinsuke? I have no idea. Owens, okay. I'm really struggling with anyone saying this. Like, I appreciate everyone's opinions, but stop it. Kevin Owens turning on Sammy now? Stop it. We've seen it. It's been done twice. Stop it. Kevin Owens is not turning on Sammy. They're winning the fucking titles. The bloodline is going to crumble, and Sammy and Kevin could go on a literal 200-day run as the tag champions. It is. Will Logan renew? I fucking hope not. Guys, stop it. What about Sammy turn? No, stop it. KO turning makes no fucking sense. I don't know if Randy's healthy. I really don't. Guys, anyone new to the chat, come on over. We are sitting at quite a few brand new followers and subscribers. We just broke 2,300. I will be giving away an Xbox Series X at 10K. Listen, if we make it to 5K by Mania, I'll do it then. How's that sound? You guys can get me to 5K followers on here. I'll give it away at Mania at 5K. So all you have to do, guys, is follow. You don't need to subscribe. Just follow. It gives you guys more of an opportunity. So get your friends over here. Get them to follow and subscribe. Or not, you don't have to subscribe. But if you are going to subscribe, use the Prime sub. Hover over. There's a purple crown. Yeah. 5K. Yeah. Sorry, I'm the worst with the yeah. And I have too much caffeine going through me right now. Too much caffeine. Like what's like lots of caffeine and Diet Coke. And I wish, like, I'm not even drinking. I'm shush, please. Mark, thank you so much for following, guys. Montez due for a U.S. title push. Ooh, Montez is an athlete, but I don't think he's U.S. title pitcher yet. It depends who the U.S. Open Challenge debut is after Mania. Do you want Seth to win? I want Seth to win just as much as like I want one night with like Emma Watson or Jenna Ortega, if that makes any sense. Or Alexa Bliss. Actually, let's go Alexa Bliss first. That's how much I want Seth to win. I want Seth to win as much as I want one night with Alexa Bliss. Okay. Oh God, can somebody clip that? Do I have anyone in here to clip that? Because that shit was funny. Oh, Alexa and you share a birthday. Oh God, I Alexa, shut up. Sorry. Oh. Gunther to retain? No. Sheamus is going to get his Grand Slam moment. As much as I want Drew to win, I really believe Sheamus is going to get his Grand Slam moment. So I'll take Nikki Bella. I would rather take one of my exes back than even be in the same breath as Nikki Bella. That's the truth. Yeah. Yeah, I really think Sheamus deserves his moment. Like, Sheamus really hasn't had any WrestleMania moments since the whole Daniel Bryan thing, I think. So Sheamus deserves. What do you think LA Knight does this weekend? He could be a winner. He could be a winner of the Battle Royal. All right. Everybody in the chat, who do you got? Battle Royal. Who do you guys got in the Battle Royal? In your opinion, who to beat Sammy and KO if they win the titles? Imperium could be a good one. Sigflick, thank you so much for the follow. Battle Royal. Who we got? Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I'll be on a plane, so I won't be able to see it. Bobby. Yeah, a lot of people were saying Bobby. A lot of people saying LA Knight. Yeah, I think it's really I would love if it was Rick Boogs. Stop it. I would be booging out. Unpopular opinion, Randy Orton is better than John Cena. I agree with that. Draw? Yeah, Rick Bugs. I can't get that high. I can't. My dark horse, you going to WrestleMania? No, I'm not going to WrestleMania. I will be going to WrestleMania in Philly. But I will not be going to WrestleMania in LA. Look out for Lana Banana, though. She will be there and hanging out. She's one of my best friends. What do you think of Sports Rush reporting that creatives thinking about bringing back The Fiend? The Fiend will not be coming back. Bray Wyatt will never do The Fiend again. Hands down, Bray Wyatt will never be the Fiend character ever again. Simple as that. I'm sorry for anyone who believes otherwise. I don't care what the reports say. Bray Wyatt will never be the Fiend. What's your favorite wrestler of all time? How many people in the chat can answer who my favorite wrestler of all time is? Like, who are my OGs? Where are they? Who is my favorite wrestler of all time? Or straight shoot people. Straight shoot people that are in here. Who is my favorite wrestler of all time? They're saying it on the TikTok chat. Byron Saxton. Omas. Oh, God. Here come the Omas emojis. Oh, God. Well, at least there's like actually some people that are answering this correctly. It is Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero is by far my favorite professional wrestler of all time, and I would not be sitting here if it was not for Eddie Guerrero. I genuinely believe that. After what I was able to have a conversation with Eddie Guerrero when I was younger. It was like an hour and a bit, and Eddie Guerrero, I can honestly and openly say, and I've said this time and time again, Eddie Guerrero saved my life. So Eddie Guerrero is my favorite wrestler of all time. Eddie Guerrero needs all the accolades that he gets and the love and the respect, and I really struggle with this whole them bringing Eddie Guerrero up a lot in the feud just because Eddie's not here. I don't like it. And like I said to Santi when we were recording earlier, I truly believe I will throw up if Eddie Guerrero or Dominic Mysterio comes out to either Eddie's theme or in Eddie's lowrider. If he does that, I genuinely believe I'll be sick. Like violently sick. I lived in El Paso, Texas for 4 years, where Eddie was from, and there was a couple really cool street. I've seen them. I've seen those ones. Sasha Banks did a tour with them. Least favorite wrestler of all time. A lot of people in chat can answer that one. And that is obviously, well, let's see what the chat says. Hey, check Discord. I am never on my Discord. Why? What do I want to know what happened on Discord? No, my least favorite wrestler of all time is John Cena. I don't discredit what Cena did for the business, but yeah. You being so big of big on Eddie made me a fan of you. Legit cried when I took 2 weeks off school when Eddie passed away. Like I felt like I lost a relative, because he literally, like, I met him 5 months before he died. So that was the biggest thing for me with Eddie. I met him so close to when he passed away. That was the hard part. It was literally like you have one of those conversations when you're a kid that's kind of lost in high school, and you really don't know where you're going. And you know, I had a hard time in high school. So Eddie, the conversation with Eddie seriously changed my life. So thoughts on Bianca Belair? Everybody knows my thoughts on Bianca Belair. I'm not a fan. She's a great athlete, but I'm not a fan. What if they bring the Fiend, but it's not Bray under the mask? Like Bray has to fight his past gimmicks? No, they're never bringing the Fiend back. Well, they'll bring the Fiend back, but it won't be Bray, like you just said. I don't think we get that though. Nobody should win the new belt when they introduce it. What will happen when they introduce the new belt? Because from what I've read, it is the big gold. They're going to bring back the world title. I genuinely believe they're going to hand the world title to Roman. Roman is going to get the big gold belt, and then they get rid of the Universal and make the WWE title the second title again. And then Roman will carry the Universal, and then Cody will win the Universal at SummerSlam. It's the clip of Seth Rollins beating Logan. Okay. Thoughts? I think Logan is good if he gets better promos. Also, Paul and Roman played Brock. Yeah, true. What's your favorite Mania match of all time? WrestleMania 17. Are you on Twitch? Yes, I'm on twitch.tv/Mr. Tesh. Link is in the bio if you're over on the TikTok. If you come over and follow, I will enter you in to win a Xbox Series X. Appreciate you. We will see Logan Paul after Mania. I fucking hope not. I'm so done with him. Who should turn heel, Montez or Dawkins? A lot of people say Montez. I can see Montez as a great heel, but I think Dawkins makes more sense. Favorite pay-per-view of the last pay-per-view of last year? WrestleMania doesn't count. Last year's WrestleMania isn't my favorite pay-per-view of the last year. My favorite pay-per-view of the last year is Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle was fucking incredible. It was incredible. Cody Rhodes goes over easily. Easily is a stretch. I'm sorry. Somebody just said Cody Rhodes is going to go over easily. Easily. Cody Rhodes is going to go over. That's a stretch. A 1 month feud with a guy who's held the title for over 3 years. That's a stretch. I had a conversation with Triple H when I was 20. I was a terrible alcoholic back then, completely turned my life around, and he gave me great advice. I needed some words of encouragement and my love for professional wrestling. Dude, it's crazy what professional wrestlers can do to change your life. Like, seriously. It's crazy. Like, I will hold on to the words that Eddie spoke to me or gave me for the rest of my life. Doesn't matter if I'm 50, doesn't matter if I'm 80 or if I'm 110. The words I appreciate every day because of what Eddie said to me. And maybe one day I'll share it. Maybe one day I'll share it. Maybe if the YouTube grows a little bit, I'll make a video at like 10,000 on my personal YouTube. But I will forever hold on to the words that Eddie gave me. Do you think Ric Flair is overrated? I think so, to be honest. I definitely do not. He was, I hate to say this, he was the Logan Paul of his generation. He was able to do it all. And he was able to just bring that persona. Everybody wanted to see and know what Ric Flair was doing, and right now that's what Logan Paul is. Everybody wants to know what Logan Paul is doing. Hunter, thank you so much for the follow. What's your would you want a different opponent for Brock? Absolutely, but I think Omas is getting over on social media, so he's actually going to go over at the show. Hulk Hogan is overrated as fuck. I'm not a big fan of Hulk Hogan. I think it should have been Savage. That was the main guy. Are the Street Profits modern Deuce and Domino? Absolutely not. I met Sheamus in Cardiff, Wales. I'm British and couldn't even go to the event as I was coincidentally in Cardiff on a family trip. Met him and he was amazing. It was funny. At Cardiff, I met Damian Priest and he was incredible too. Do you think Brock Lesnar is top 10 wrestlers of all time? I think he has to be in the conversation. I think Brock Lesnar has to be in the conversation of top wrestlers of all time because of what he's done. Seth is better than Roman? Yes. Overall, Seth is better than Roman. Have you noticed that all the guys Triple H brought back are doing bad? I'm thinking Mr. McMahon was right. No, I don't think they're doing bad. I just think they need to end the feuds of this year to get them moving. So you're saying Finn should be in the title picture. Okay, interesting. Do you think Roman versus Rock will main event Mania? Quite possibly, but I know for a fact The Rock will not be at WrestleMania this year. I already answered that question. The Street Profits are not Deuce and Domino. Young Bucks in top 10 of all time of what? Young Bucks top 10 of what? Saw Big Show and Mark Henry at OVW show. Fighting and bullies got picked on autographs. That's awesome. That's sick. Damage Control are actually gonna win. I don't think Damage Control break up at all. I think they actually finally get what they deserve. Finn has and will always be world champion. Yes, he has, but I just don't see where he fits right now. I think if he gets the win over Edge, he's clearly in a mid-card title picture. What if Roman signs a contract before his next match at Mania? A contract that states the match is changed WWE title. I doubt that. That's too short a notice for that. In your opinion, who is the best tag team of all time? I am not a tag team wrestling fan, so you could say Dudleys, you could say Hardys, you could say Edge and Christian. You can say anyone. Does Trish turn heel at Mania? Absolutely. I'm not going to do a top 10 active wrestlers of any promotion. I'll say top couple active wrestlers currently. Seth, Kevin, Osprey, Omega. Looking forward to the Trish turn. So am I. We've not seen a bad version of heel version of Trish, like a good heel version of Trish, since she turned on Jericho. MJF, absolutely not, because MJF could only do what he's doing. And I'll say this out loud and proudly, and y'all can come at me and say common Steve L. MJF can only be MJF in AEW. Only in AEW. Because he would get absolutely censored in WWE. Everyone says, like, what about people coming into what about Conor McGregor coming into WWE? Conor McGregor is a great talent. I love Conor. Genuinely love Conor McGregor. But Conor McGregor in WWE would get nerfed so fucking hard that it would just be like awkward. So everyone saying MJF WWE in 2024, shut the fuck up. Stop it. MJF is only good because he's got no strings attached in AEW. Once he comes over to WWE, fuck. He's nothing but Baron Corbin. I saw something about Mustafa Ali. He's literally that close to being cut. I'm fucking over Mustafa Ali. He can go to AEW and do something on Dark. I don't care. AEW in general is overrated? No. I think AEW in general is necessary. There has to be competition. Thoughts on Raw guest host era? Oh, God, no. Bro, vanished him to Dark. Exactly. Who do you think is the best talker right now? LA Knight, Miz, or MJF? I think you forgot somebody there. I think the best two talkers in the business right now are actually arguably Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Because they have such a large vocabulary that they don't need to be insulting on the mic. Miz is good. Miz is very good. LA Knight is very good. MJF is one of those ones that is very good as well, but everything MJF needs to do has to be insulting. Cody and Seth can speak with elegance and can be very proficient in their promos. To cut a good promo, you don't need to insult everybody. Does that make sense? Punk's not active, so we're not talking about Punk. Cody and Seth are their vocabulary stretches so far that it's something that is just different. So I really think they've both got incredible talent. Jericho was great. Jericho's gotten lazy on the mic. I don't like Jericho on the mic. You'd not say that. Also, Ali is amazing. Just he's not given a chance to show any. What? Okay, hold on. Somebody just said in the TikTok that Ali has not been given a chance. Ali has had 5 different character changes in the last 2 years. Ali has been given a chance. He has been given many chances. Ali has been given so many chances that he was given a massive faction, and some of the guys or people that came out of the faction are doing better than him. Ali is genuinely done. So I don't understand how people are saying Ali has not been given a chance. The man has been given a chance on 205 Live. He has been given a chance with Retribution. He has been given a chance as the new version of Ali, just himself, the boy from Chicago. He's been given this weird new version that he started like 2 weeks ago. Ali has been given tiny chances over 2 years, and you've been given so much screen time, and still nobody likes you. Somebody put up a poll in my chat right now. Tell me, is Ali over? Yes or no? Most underrated current superstar. Most underrated. I know this makes no sense, but I want to say Finn Balor. Because Finn Balor, even though he's doing, I don't know why everybody thinks, I don't know why everyone thinks, I see Chad Gable. I agree with Chad Gable. But I don't know why everyone thinks Judgment Day is such a bad faction. Judgment Day has literally been the staple faction in WWE for over the last year and a bit, and they have done nothing but good work. I really, really think Finn Balor, or Judgment Day has done great. But at the end of the day, Finn doesn't deserve to be in a faction. Finn doesn't need a faction. Finn needs the Seth Rollins treatment. Finn is fucking amazing. But if he I think Finn. You're not going to Mania? No, I live on the East Coast, so I won't be going to Mania. I will be in Miami for WrestleMania. Bro, what happened to the Olympic winner? He got injured. He had like a heart issue. I love the Judgment Day. I really think the Judgment Day are doing incredible work. Guys, there is a ton of people over on the TikTok. Feel free to come over to the Twitch channel. I am giving away an Xbox Series X for anyone who comes over and follows. If you feel the need that you'd like to subscribe, don't forget to just use your Prime sub. There is a quick little crown when you hover your cursor over the channel or over my face. A crown pops up and you can use your Prime sub to subscribe. Use Jeff Bezos's money, don't use mine. Oh god, no. Rhea Ripley's incredible. What surprises do you think will happen at Mania? That video will be posted in like a day, in like 2 days. Do you think Gable is gonna need a heel push? I think actually Otis is gonna turn heel. I think Cross goes back down to NXT, which I think would be fantastic for him. I can't wait for Legado del Fantasma to get a push. I really can't wait for Legado del Fantasma to get a push. Hey, Tesh, that was a great podcast. I was in the chat for it. Perfect doggy time. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Guys, I see people coming over from the, I am assuming from TikTok. Thank you so much for giving us a follow. Like I said, if we get to 5,000 by WrestleMania, 5,000 followers, I will give it away then, but 10K is what I prefer. Steve, do you think Seth has ever had a bad character? No. Seth Rollins is the only person, unlike Ali, who has never had a bad character. Maybe in NXT, but Seth Rollins has never had a bad character, ever. And if anyone can tell me a character of Seth Rollins that was bad, please do, but you better have fucking proof on it. You don't think the Messiah was a great gimmick? I think if the Messiah wasn't part of the pandemic era, I genuinely believe you would have seen kids in cloaks. Like, if there was crowd for the Messiah, that kid, there would have been people walking into wrestling events in cloaks. Like, it would have been so good. The Messiah, the only reason the Messiah was not that over is because it was the era. Seth legit has sold his WrestleMania match last year. Yeah, exactly. who should be in War Games match this year? I don't think there's enough build to even pick that. I can't wait. Okay. Give me a second. Think about this. Don't answer it just yet. Don't answer it just yet. Wait for me to come back because I really got to go to the washroom. Who has the best entrance of WrestleMania this year? Wait till I come back. Okay, I'm back. So, the question was, who has the best entrance for WrestleMania this year? Well, who do you guys got? This year, not of all time. Who has the best entrance of WrestleMania this year? What I'm going to do, I think I actually might just make a how do you do a poll? Does anybody know how to make a poll? Country Strong, thank you so much. I want to see. Does anybody know how to make a poll? Does anybody know how to make a poll? Hit the poll button. I don't have a poll button. I got chat highlight settings, chat settings, mod logs, mod view. Oh, mod view. Mod view. This might be it. Create poll. Where is that create poll? Create dashboard. Damn it. I'm so bad at this. This is why I need a continuous mod. Tesh, are you an Homo sapien? Yes, I am. I have been converted into an Homo sapien. Jesus, I can't believe I just said that out loud. You guys are fucking crazy. All right, you know what? I'm just going to go here. Creator dashboard. All right, we're going to create a poll. I think I can do it this way. Stream manager. Poll. Here we go. Create poll. All right. So poll management, create poll, who to pick, new poll, question, best entrance of Mania. Okay. So we got obviously Seth Rollins, Cody, Roman, Finn, or Edge. I think that's fair. Yeah? Is that fair? Those five? And we'll do it as a 5-minute poll. Start poll. All right, there you go. The poll has been started. And I did it for free for you guys. So you don't even have to pay to vote. So guys, if you're over on Twitch or if you're over on TikTok, come over to the Twitch channel and you guys can vote in the poll. All right. So I'm watching the poll right now. Wow, this is a landslide already. Are you guys really? I'm watching this right now. Cena's not going to have the best entrance. Are y'all mad? Like, come on. I personally think it's going to be Seth. I'm going to vote Seth just because I want to vote Seth. I think the why don't you like Cena? Nuno, feel free to go to my personal profile and watch the video on it. I've made a video and I don't answer about it anymore. That's why I made the video. Man, you guys are okay. So it looks like it's between Seth, Cody, and Finn so far in the vote. Edge and Roman only have like 4 votes altogether. But we have You have been acknowledged, Doggy Time. You have been acknowledged, sir. You're welcome. So Cody's got 19 votes. Seth has 13 votes, and Finn has 17 votes. Man, if you guys aren't aware that I don't like John Cena, what's your thoughts on Viking Raiders? Oh God, just go away. Go away. There's always that one tag team of a generation that you're not going to remember in 5 years or 10 years. I hate the character of Cena. Come on, guys, get it right. Sheamus to bring back old theme at Mania? No, not at all. Not at all. Sheamus's theme is perfect as it is. I hope Drew gets to use Broken Dreams again. I'll actually be physically sick if Dom comes out in a lowrider. I truly believe I'll be physically sick. Roman's gonna take all of night 2 to get to the ring. I'm good with that. His entrance is what it should be. Edge may have a chance for best entrance if he goes old school Brood. Well, he is. He's bringing back Gangrel for this. So, do you think it's possible Roman wins and Rock comes out? I know for a fact The Rock is not coming out at Mania. Like I know 100% that The Rock is not coming out at Mania. And if he does, then the person that told me is a very credible source, and I mean very credible source. More credible than Sean Ross Sapp. But yeah, like there's no way The Rock is coming out. I'll tell you guys this right now. I will be closer to The Rock than Roman Reigns is during WrestleMania. That's all I'm gonna say. I got Rhea the Miami. What? Gangrel cost Edge the match? I don't think so. I didn't think about that. Asuka could have The Rock going to be at home. The Rock is, well, technically one of his homes. No. Christian, that is not a credible source. Christian did not get there is no credible source that said Christian got the okay. There's no credible source of that. Unless Steve confirms that The Rock is next content creator straight shoot. Maybe. I'm hoping Randy Orton comes back. So am I. Oh boy. Okay, guys. All right. So guys, I appreciate everyone being here. The poll winner is Cody Rhodes as best entrance, by the way. Actually, yeah, Cody Rhodes is poll winner for best entrance. Where the hell is Riddle? Riddle might never come back. I'm pretty sure Randy comes back at SummerSlam. Man's got to heal. Yeah, I think so too. Hit Row needs to go to NXT. They will get heavily over as their heels. I love Hit Row. I love Hit Row. I genuinely love Hit Row. Creator dashboard, stream manager, and we are going to hold on one second. I want to make somebody's day. I really want to make somebody's day. So let's go do this, guys. Fucking love ya. Have a fantastic day. Please show some love to this girl. I don't know what she's playing. I think she's playing Resident Evil. She's a good friend of mine. Known her met her at TwitchCon, and she works very hard on her content. Go show some love. Later, guys.